Good evening, race fans. Welcome to Ohsweken Speedway for Friday night excitement. Tonight brought to you by Total Rentals and Asphalt Works. I'm Greg Kellman. With me, Adam Ross, up here in the tower. Down trackside tonight, Clinton Jeffrey. We get ready to bring you all four divisions in action on the track right now doing their hot lap session. The Cool Kids Ice and Water Core Pack merchandising sprint cars. We also have the Brantford Strickland Chevrolet Crate Sprint Car Division, the Middleport Mechanical Thunderstocks, and our first look of the year at the Insta Installation Mini Stocks. They were off the card on opening night in replacement of the UMP Modifieds, but they are back tonight. Our four-cylinder division start their championship chase here tonight. Well, Adam, a great opening night. We couldn't have asked for anything better. The weather was beautiful, a great crowd. It was done by 10:30. We had couple of major incidences. You think of Logan Ferguson, probably the worst crash of the night. He's back tonight, which is great to see. A fantastic opening evening.
It was a phenomenal opening night, and I want to focus on one thing, and that's track management and their decision to run four divisions instead of five.
Yeah.
Being done at 10:30 was beautiful. That's the way to do it. Put on a great show. While we're talking about great shows, CTMP last weekend, Canadian Tire Motorsport Park, record-breaking crowds on Saturday and on Sunday. Flamborough Speedway last Saturday, huge crowd for the Super Modifieds. Merrittville Speedway on Monday, huge crowd for their Victoria Day special. Peterborough Speedway, what am I going to say? Huge crowd, Greg.
Yeah, and it was the same story here as we mentioned off the top. A great opening night crowd. That's what you like to see. And again, we might be the only ones fortunate enough to see some racing this weekend because the forecast for the rest of this weekend doesn't look so good, but we're happy to be back here tonight. And again, want to thank Total Rentals and Asphalt Works, our race night sponsors here tonight. We have so many great sponsors around this speedway. If you're in the stands here tonight watching online, you see one of these sponsors, you're in the need for any of their products. Support those who support this sport first.
Well, Hunsingers is a supporter of this racetrack, Greg, and I've got to say, Dave Hunsinger was not very nice to me when I got water out of the fridge just a minute ago. Is the complaint department open?
Did he ask for their sign to be right in front of him at the base of the flag stand?
Yeah, I never thought of that.
Like ego or what, eh?
A little bit. Hey, he is also a slack.
True, yeah.
Right in victory lane, right in front of him.
Conspiracy. The final hot lap session taking place right now for the 360 sprint cars, and then everything will be locked up and ready to go for qualifying heats. See Josh Hansen back tonight in that Eagle towing equipment, number 88H. Of course, he was leading the way in his qualifying heat, and that brand new motor expired, so good to see Josh Hansen back again this week after the heartbreak there. And that team had some highs and lows. Mikey Krutchka was in it for the win in the crate sprints later in the evening. So you go from the disappointment of Josh's motor expiring to Mikey almost winning the feature at the end of the night. So hopefully it's a good night all the way around for the J&E crew tonight.
It is the highs and the lows of racing.
First qualifiers of the night, lining up out on the racetrack. It's our first look at the Insta Installation Mini Stocks. On the pole for this one out of Smithville, the 6X, Mike Sirantakis. And Craig Cole out of Beachville in the 55 lines up second. The X is Mason Anderson. He's from St. Catharines in the third spot, starting fourth. Crystal Souls out of Hamilton, the 81D. Dusty DeBoer lines up fifth. He's in the 23 out of Hagersville. And then you've got Spencer Riddell in the 17K, starting in the sixth spot. Lining up seventh is Ryan Farrington from Waterford in the 99R with Stephen Boverhoff out of Waynefleet in the 00. Starting at ninth, the 20J is Nathan Joyner from Smithville. The 9C, Connor Chambers out of Welland starts 10th. 11th, Graydon Lyons in the 32L from Cambridge, and Tim DeBoer from York in car number 9 starts 12th. Going 13th in the 66, it's John Jansen's. 14th, the 14L is John Lubeck out of Port Colborne. Starting 15th, Jason Tolton out of Guelph in car number 1. And Mike Evers lines up in the 16th spot in the 265. He's from Caledonia. Mark Allen goes in the 17th spot aboard car number 12 out of Waterdown. And Steve Miller from Paris in the 79 starts 18th.
As always, a big field of cars. Got to say hello to some special people in the crowd. Don Morrison, happy birthday, Don. Little premature on that, but we understand there's a group here celebrating a former mini stock competitor here at the Big O.
Got a GMC Sierra SLT license plate BL69030. You need to move that immediately. You're parked in the way. It will be towed. GMC Sierra SLT BL69030. Move your vehicle immediately, please.
Now a BLT and you're talking.
That's starting right
You
now.
can move that BLT right up to the tower.
Out in front, Craig Cole in the 55. Looks to be the former Jillian Hills machine.
Man, look at how wide this racetrack is so early in the night. These mini stocks up the hill, into the corner, and drive back down. Look at the run Mike Sarantaco's going to get coming off the corner in that 6X as Craig Cole out in front. He lifted. I don't think a lot of the drivers out here are lifting here tonight, but Craig's got to figure things out.
It's a good look from the Old Hickory Buildings drone shot as they go down the front stretch. Just how wide, how many grooves there are for these cars, these mini stocks. And think about how badly they're chomping at the bit to race here tonight. It had to be hard to watch the season open last week and not be on the card.
Especially with the weather was beautiful. You know, Monday, the holiday Monday, I don't remember ever such a hot sunny day for holiday Monday, and you're sitting there in your car, looking at your car. There's not even a dent on it, Greg, because they didn't take them out.
It's all Craig Cole right now in front in the 55. Riddell on the outside, though. Gets a good run, running that old Mark Martin Valvoline scheme there. The 17X at the line. It's still going to be Cole.
They're 4 wide, racing for the 3rd spot down the front straightaway. Narrows down to 3 wide, but Boverhoff looking to make it 4 wide again on the backstretch. He's just outside of the top 5.
Out of corner 4, they work another time. 3 laps left to go for Riddell now over Cole. Your new leader is Riddell. Sarantaco's back there in the 3rd spot. Tim DeBoer in the 9 machine. He's running that Junior Johnson paint scheme from years gone by.
It's always fun to see what they come up with and show up with.
Why am I drawing a blank on Dusty's? It's obvious. I know it.
Oh, that's older. You know what? I don't know either. I'm going to have to see if Clint knows.
The moment I hear it, I'm going to know, but it's just, well, obviously. But you know what I mean? Like, it's right there.
Yes.
I've seen that scheme. Mobile 1 white flag out for the first time tonight here in this Instant Insulation mini stock qualifier number 1. Their qualifiers tonight brought to you by J&E Towing.
Last time at a turn number 4, Spencer Riddell going to take the win in heat race qualifier number 1. Craig Cole hangs on for 2nd. Sarantaco's narrowly nips 3rd away from Tim DeBoer 4th. Dusty DeBoer rounding out the top 5.
So 1 qualifier in the books, 1 more to go for the Instant Insulation mini stocks. Another 8 laps on the board for this one. 35 mini stocks show up here for their first attempt at the track in 2026. Here's how they'll line up in J&E Towing heat race number 2 on the pole. Out of Niagara Falls in the 5K, it's Ken Hare to the outside. The 88X is Jamison Kane from Ohsweken. Starting in 3rd from Waterdown, the 01 is Tristan De Silva. Mark Thorne from Waterford in car number 4 starts in 4th. In the 5th spot, it's Kyle Rothwell out of Welland in the 114. Starting in 6th, Chase Mitchell out of Ancaster in the 24R. Starting in the 7th spot, the 26 is Alexander Klotz from St. George, and going 8th is Christopher French from Stratford in the 54. Lining up in the 9th position, in the 44, it's Doug Erskine from Brantford. 10th, the 11E of Jeff Eliger from Linden. Going in the 11th spot, the 34 is Randy Alway. St. Anne's is his hometown. Starting in 12th is Wade Thorne in the 46 machine from Waterford. Lining up 13th, the 64 is Nick Erskine out of Brantford. And going off 14th, the G8 is Jeremy Cooper from Chippewa. Starting 15th, the 17 That is Alex Riley out of St. Catharines. Starting 16th, the pinball, Mike Giberson in car number 11 from Caledonia, and going in the 17th and final spot, the 65, Blake Wadham.
Full fields in every division tonight, Greg.
Great to see again, as got another 25, I believe it is, in the 360s, and then 34 did I see for the crates, and 25 for the Thunderstocks. So
34 in the crates, and there's at least one driver here this week that wasn't here last week because Rob Neely came out, but we don't have Bruno Richard.
Jeremy Mays, I don't believe he raced last week. I didn't recognize the car, that 36.
No, but I think he was here racing last week.
It's a nice looking ride there for Jeremy May.
Yeah, it is.
Coming to the WG Truck Center start and restart zone, Ken Hare, Mark Thorne on the front row. And we'll get things going here in the second qualifier of the night for the Insulation Mini Stocks. Oh! Some beating and banging there at the start of this one. Everyone straightens it out, but Alexander Klotz has some problems. Doug Erskine is slow on the back stretch. Alex Riley's had to weave his way around some of these cars. Now, Klotz has the 26 up to speed, but Doug Erskine definitely having some problems on the 44. Wondering if he cut a tire. No, don't see it, but he's going to pull it into the infield here.
Man, opening lap of his opening qualifier of the season, and he's going to pull safely down to the infield. Ken Hare, I saw a post on social media. What went wrong with him last week at Merrittville? It's a transmission? Something broke on him.
Tristan De Silva works around him on the outside of corner number 2. Now Kyle Rothwell moves to the third spot. He's got Jeff Eliger to his inside. As they come down this time by, it'll be 5 laps left to go, 3 on the board.
Chase Mitchell trying to get a handle on that black and blue, number 24R. He runs in the 7th spot as everybody taking evasive action there in turns 1 and 2. Oh, that's no good.
Kyle Rothwell into the infield.
I'm trying to see if there's something wrong with that car.
Now he's going to bring it to a park there behind the light standard as we head down the backstretch with Tristan De Silva, the leader. He's about to work around the slower car of Mike Giberson. Ken Hare's right there behind him. Eliger running in third. Nick Erskine's done a nice job. Started 13th. He's worked his way up to the 4th spot.
And I'm sure that's a happy birthday message on the right side of that number 64. But my eyes are not good enough to see who we're celebrating, Greg.
Can't promise you I'm going to be able to read it either. They've zoomed in on it, and I still can't see it. But 2 laps left to go here in this one.
Yeah, there's no way. Top 2 with a bit of a gap. Back to Jeff Eliger running in the 3rd spot. Nick Erskine looks like his charge to the front may come up short. He got up to 4th. That's as far as he's been able to get as the Mobile 1 white flag means 1 more lap to go.
He said, "Happy birthday, Stu." Good job by the camera crew there. They were gonna get us zoomed in there. And they did. Tristan De Silva leads them into corner 3 for the final time here in J&E Towing, qualifier number 2 for the Insta-Insulation Mini Stocks.
He's going to bring it home down the front straightaway. Checkered flag for Tristan De Silva. Ken Hare comes home second, and it's Eliger, Erskine, Wade Thorne. And that'll do it for Mini Stock qualifier number 2. We're going to take a break from Ohsweken Speedway. When we come back, it's Crate Sprints.
Raw horsepower, built on dirt. This is the world of outlaws.
The greatest show on dirt.
Crossing the border to Ohsweken Speedway, July 21st and 22nd.
This bundle deal is going viral. It's a wash system that is completely touchless on mud and clay. You just spray it on, watch it dissolve the mud and grime, and then rinse it off. It worked really fast, but I still wanted to put it to the test. So I put it head-to-head against a name-brand wash, and the results were shocking. Well, that's pretty clear. There's a limited-time bundle for your first purchase. Using the QR code on screen when you buy this kit, you get an extra 3 bottles of wash for free. Don't miss this exclusive offer.
Your mom got a new tractor?
Yep.
Can she see in the dark?
Can do.
Hook up all the implements?
Can do.
Steer with ease?
Can do.
Bale hay all day?
Can do.
Shift like a race car?
Can do.
Keep a juice box cold?
Can do.
I'm out of here.
Welcome back to Ohsweken Speedway. It's time to go qualifying for the Strickland's Brantford Chevrolet Crate Sprints. On the pole for heat race number 1 from St. Catharines, the 2S's Al Slate. Outside him from Beamsville, the 27H is Nico Hansen. Starting third is Trevor Young in the 51 from Ancaster. Fourth from St. Thomas, the 52 is Jesse Costa. Fifth from Georgetown, the 2M is Steve Murdoch. Sixth from Ohsweken, the 9C is Brian Danicoke. Seventh from Scotland, the 53 is Logan Schwedick. Eighth out of Wilsonville, the 55 is Corey Whittam. And rounding out the field, the 89L from Caledonia, it's Logan Ferguson.
Logan had an expensive and busy week, but great to see him back. And that car doesn't look like you would expect. Sometimes when you have that bad of a crash, you expect kind of a piecemeal car the next week. No, he's got it back looking the way it did last week. So great job by the Ferguson crew.
So the Ferguson crew is Jamie Turner and his group. So he's racing out of Jamie Turner's shop. Phenomenal mentor. Connor, my son Connor, spent years with the Turner Racing. And under the tutelage of JT's still a huge help to Connor. You can't have a better mentor and crew chief, basically.
First qualifier of the night, brought to you by DJD Graphics for the Great Sprint Car Division. They go down into corner number 1 with Nico Hansen leading the way. Here comes last week's winner, Jesse Costa.
He was the fastest in their time hot laps, which means he earns the 4th starting spot. So to move up to 2nd place on the opening lap is a great opening lap for Costa. 4th to P2. Brian Danicoke and Logan Schwedick in close quarters.
Nico Hansen leading the way in the G&E recovery number 27H with Costa. 2nd, Trevor Young riding in that 3rd spot. And you've got Al Slate in the 2 machine, followed by the 2M. That's Steve Murdoch.
Trevor Young got a little squirrely there in 3 and 4. The track is fairly heavy, so the faster line is going to be around the bottom because you can keep your foot mostly to the floor and take the shorter distance around.
Youngster Nico Hansen doing a nice job here early on, leading the first 4 laps, halfway home in this first of 4 qualifying heats for the Great Sprints tonight.
And to finish that point, Greg, about the bottom being the better lane, if Trevor Young's on the bottom, Al Slate's right behind him on the bottom, and Young gets sideways, there's just nowhere for Al Slate to go except roll out of the throttle.
2 to go, says Carter, the starter, atop the Cedar Springs Landscaping starter stand.
And I still believe Mikey Krechka getting involved with the Hansen family has really elevated the performance for Nico Hansen and I think for Josh Hansen.
Ton of laps around this track and different race cars for Mikey Krechka, and it's translating to some good things right now. Nico really just needed to be healthy and for his car to be healthy, and now he's had some laps, and here he is coming to the checkered flag. He'll win heat race number 1.
Good for him. Nico Hansen out in front. Jesse Costa, Trevor Young with a good run. Al Slate, Steve Murdoch. Logan Schwedick headed for the B main. So is Brian Danicoke, Logan Ferguson, and Corey Whittam.
Well, guys, if I can jump in here with a quick birthday announcement, I want to wish a happy birthday to Declan Salt Johnson, one of our young Thursday racers here, and decided to come back tonight and have a birthday. So happy birthday to Declan Salt Johnson.
It's a great place to spend your birthday.
We had a great kart orientation and practice last night, that Thursday night. If you've never been out to check out the next generation of stars here at the Big O, you got to come out and check out the Thursday group. 5 classes of racing, and these kids are putting it on. Great deal if you get a chance to check it out, guys.
And if you can't make it out on a Thursday, or if you're in the shop getting ready for the weekend, throw on GeForce TV. They're all going to be streamed live. It's great action. Heat race number 2. Going to line up like this on the pole. From Hagersville, it's Jeremy May in the 36. Starting second from Mossley, the 3S is Austin Rose. Inside row number 2 from Six Nations, it's the Iceman, Johnny Miller in the 20. To his outside from Hamilton, the 01K is Mikey Krutchka. Starting 5th from Hagersville, Kiana Teal in the 24K. Alongside her out of Cambridge, Connor Ross in the 44. Starting 7th from St. George, the 69K is Ken Hamilton. 8th from Ohsweken, the 28T is Cam Thompson. And rounding out the field from Thorold, 96, Tyler LaFantasy is Cam Thompson with a problem in that 28. He is not going to make it to the green flag.
Here they come to the WG Truck Center start and restart zone. And off they go down the front stretch. Krutchka swings to the outside, looking to get a run on Austin Rose off the second corner. Rose, though, holds down the first spot into corner 3.
Rose has it, but Krutchka drives to the inside. He'll slide up the track in front of the 3S. He's going to take the lead to complete lap 1.
Rose in second. Johnny Miller back there in the third spot. The Iceman had a rough week last week. We saw him with some heavy front end damage in the qualifying heat. He's hoping for a better result here tonight, and that's Styes Tree Service number 20.
Connor Ross running 4th, Jeremy May right behind him, and you mentioned it, Greg, a really good looking number 36 for Jeremy May. Those are all the transfer cars straight into the A main if you finish in the top 5. Kiana Teal, 1 spot out right now, running in the 6th spot.
It's all Mikey Krutchka out in front. The instant insulation, J&E towing 01K. Austin Rose holds down the second spot as they come to the cross flags.
Jeremy May picks up a spot, moves up to P4. Connor Ross back to P5 as Mikey Krutchka opens up a dozen car lengths or so over Austin Rose. They've got nearly a straightaway on the Iceman Johnny Miller, but I think we're going to soon have a battle for that 3rd spot.
Connor Ross right there behind Jeremy May, also watching Tyler LaFantasy, trying to catch Kiana Teal. Tyler did a nice job in his first run last week in the sprint.
Well, maybe that's why Tyler's at the back, because he's a rookie, because his times were good enough, I think, to start 5th. But as a rookie, I think the first 3 weeks of the season, you have to start at the back.
Mobile 1 white flag up in the air for Mikey Krutchka. It's been all Mikey since he got by Austin Rose on that first lap. And he'll work it down the backstretch into 3 for the final time.
Mikey Krutchka not going to be outshone by Nico Hansen, his teammate. He'll take a checkered flag in heat race number 2. Austin Rose comes home 2nd. Johnny Miller 3rd. 4th going to go to Jeremy May. Rounding up the top 5, it's Connor Ross with Kiana Teal, Ken Hamilton, and 1 spun out in turn number 3. Tyler LaFantasy.
They're calling for a hook on the back of the LaFantasy 96 here, Adam. And while we clean this up, do we have a minute to talk about Connor and how racing is a little help of my friends? You know, you guys have had a tough deal with that. You've had engine issues, you've had towing issues, you've had trailer issues, and yet you still make it through with a little bit of help from your friends.
You know what, Clint, so much so. And Connor is 21 years old. He'll turn 22 this summer. That is his racing program, his race car. Had a crew chief and a helper who also had a truck and a trailer last year, so it worked out. But, yeah, help from good friends. Dave Hunsinger Plumbing, Bill Grisdale. Needed some help from Dale Stroud. People that have come over to help the Christie family. The list is endless as we have a look at Tyler LaFantasy's car. The frame's sitting down on the ground.
I just want to show you what's broken here, Adam. See, the torsion arm is spun here a little bit, and that has allowed the thing. This should be down more like a spring, pointed downward. So they got some issue here on the torsion rack on the rear. It doesn't appear to be broken or tore up. I think it might have just twisted a spline, and that might be the issue for LaFantasy. Good solid run last week, and we'll see what he can do out of the B here tonight, guys.
Yeah, it'll be a long night for him, but thank you for bringing that up about Connor. It took a lot of help to get him here. He appreciates it, and still having trouble tonight. Greg, look, have you ever seen my hands dirty like this?
I've never looked at your hands.
I'm no mechanic.
Just saying.
Why you got to make it weird?
You made it weird.
I don't think I did.
Hey, Greg, you want to look at my kneecap?
Wait,
now it's weird.
Wait a second. Clint, are you suggesting your knees are dirty?
Well, yeah, I just had to check out the sprint car, so yeah, I might have a stain or two.
Oh,
man, I walked right into
you
that
did.
one, didn't I?
That was awesome. That was awesome. Did I send you that reel on Facebook about bananas, Greg, this week?
Yes. Thank you.
Did you picture Clinton dressed as a banana?
Not till this moment.
You
but
didn't
thank
send
you.
it to me, so I can only imagine what that meant.
I'll send it to you, Clinton. Heat race number 3 going to line up like this on the pole for Mancaster, and that's who's missing. Campbell Baker, broken wrist. On the pole for Mancaster, the 16X is Keegan Baker. Cooper Fritz outside from Clarence Center, New York in the 57C. Larry Gladhill in the 14 starts third from Thamesford. Tom Pellizzari out of Cortland is fourth in the 5. Brett Stratford is fifth from Waynefleet in the BS 39. Darren McClellan in the 78. Lance Erskine in the 48. And Ryan Fraser in the 94. That is your starting lineup for heat race number 3.
Starting lineups this year brought to us by Creative Edge. We thank them for their sponsorship of that this year in 2026. Green flag is out and off they go. Gotta love that Cooper Fritz car. That is a sharp ride. They make a long tow to be here every week.
Great looking car as Darren McClellan got half sideways in 3 and 4. This is a tough qualifying heat out there.
Tom Pellizzari working to the outside of Fritz in that 5 machine. Someone that really came on strong the late part of last year and found his racecraft, and here he is challenging for that second spot.
He is really rolling the outside there in that 5 car. Looking for P2, and he's got it down into 3 and 4.
Is it just me, or is with Tom Pellizzari, did he not make the normal progression? It seemed like he was at the back, and then all of a sudden he's racing at the front. He never really was that middle marker. We started seeing him more at the front towards the end of last year.
And that can happen. It can come on like a switch. You figure something out, you find something, and he makes that pass on Keegan Baker. Tom Pellizzari out in front. Baker back to second. Brett Stratford is on his way in the BS 39.
Here comes Stratford to the inside of Baker. He'll grab the second spot this time by the flag stand. Baker down, back to the inside. Looked like he almost caught the blocks down there. Stratford, he got a little headstrong there off of 2.
Stratford has this move, and I see it coming off of turn 4. I don't know what it's like off of 2, but he'll get to the inside of somebody and just power through the turn, move up the racetrack, and almost eliminate their options to fight back. It's an impressive pass when he makes it.
Here comes Stratford. He's reeled in Tom Pellizzari. The Mobil 1 white flag is out. He's got one final trip around. He'll make the move to the inside. I'm 1 and 2.
Pellizzari with that good run off of turn number 2. Stratford's got one more chance. He'll drive it deep into 3 and 4, but it's too little too late. Pellizzari with the win over Stratford, Baker, Fritz. With Larry Gledhill making the show, Lance Erskine headed to the B main with Ryan Fraser and Darren McClellan. This is going to be a season, Greg, where good race cars fail to qualify for the A main. And the drivers are going to have to hold their heads high and just understand it wasn't their night.
This division of all of the divisions is the tightest. And like we said, there's drivers like Tom Pellizzari that have now moved their way up into contention on a nightly basis. Those learning at the back have picked up speed, so it's going to be a tough year for a lot of drivers to get into the A main.
You really can't pick out back markers. Like when I look at who's starting at the back of these heat races, Tyler LaFantasy because he's a rookie. Logan Ferguson because he's a rookie. They both got speed. Ryan Fraser, who's he's been on the podium for goodness sake. Started dead last in his heat. And we'll get to dead last in this final heat race number 4. And again, quality competition. On the pole from Rockwood, the 74 is Rob Neely. Starting second from Brantford is Riley Mercer in the 88R. Third from Caledonia, it's Liam Martin in the 9. And fourth out of Mississauga, it's the highlight man, Mac DeMann, driving car number 4. Starting fifth from Stony Creek, A.J. Lewis in the 24A. Sixth from Baden, it's Travis Hofstetter in the 2. Starting in seventh from Kitchener, Adrian Staley in the 50 LS. And rounding out the field from Wainfleet, Cam McKinnon in the 85C. And I've got to tell you, Adrian Staley did a great job last Saturday at Flamborough in a super modified, running all night and finishing in the top 10.
DJD Graphics heat race number 4, the final one of the night for the crate sprints, comes out, and we are off with Rob Neely heading down into corner number 1 with Liam Martin to his inside, Riley Mercer to the outside.
Rob Neely going to slide up and take away Riley Mercer's line. That opens the door for Mac DeMann to drive to the inside, take over that second spot. This is far from over because there's a couple of cars on their way. Liam Martin with a good run off the inside of turn 4.
Heard from Liam Martin in the pre-race show and some of the nuances of switching back to the crate sprint car division. It's got to be a different feel than having all that horsepower, but on top of that, these cars are so equally matched, it's going to be hard for him to be able to get up there and pull away and walk away from any of these races.
When you come to any race car that's got a lot of horsepower, it can mask bad habits, it can mask mistakes because you can power through them, power off of them. In this crate sprint, Riley Mercer goes around, nobody makes contact, and he will be facing the wrong way in turn number 2. It's not a knock on any driver. Dave McKnight will tell you the same thing. He struggled when he went to crate sprints because he's used to having a ton of horsepower to work with. You can really steer a car with the throttle when you've got a lot of horsepower. These crates, it's a momentum class, almost like a go-kart. I don't know if Riley Mercer got spooked with Travis Hofstetter beside him or just lost the grip there in turn 2.
So he'll bring out the Dixieland Grill caution flag. Want to welcome, was told by Mary that we've got a family that made the 11-hour trip from Missouri to come see Ohsweken Speedway. They're here tonight, and they saw us on YouTube. So I want to welcome those folks up here from Missouri. Sorry it couldn't be a warmer night for you.
No kidding. But, hope you enjoy your evening. Bundle up. I'm sure there's some great hoodies available in the store. Got to send a shout out to our buddy Curtis Connell and Adam Turner. Man, I got pictures from both of them in their shops. Lights are out, 1 to go. Crate sprints always restart single file. That's why the cone is out on the front straightaway. You have to pass to the outside of the cone. Single file, don't pull out a line, don't pass before the cone, don't hit the cone.
Can you say the word cone without thinking about ice cream?
Nope. Should I?
It's the most boring cone of all the cones.
That's true. Mac DeMann looks to the outside. Liam Martin looked to the inside. Had to check up there a little bit between 1 and 2. Rob Neely going to try to hold Mac DeMann down in 3 and 4. A couple of former TQ midget racers.
Rob Neely back to the second spot. Good side-by-side battle with A.J. Lewis and Liam Martin.
You know, that's just it. Liam Martin, you could see him. He was bound and determined to close the door into 3. A.J. Lewis has a lot of laps around this racetrack. Wasn't going to let that happen. So even when you think you've passed somebody and you can focus your sights up front, they're still never really gone. Here goes A.J. Lewis again, driving up the inside. Liam has to go up the racetrack. They'll drag race down the front straightaway. It's Liam Martin by a foot for the 3rd spot.
It's all Mac DeMann out in front of Rob Neely. Radio shuttle number 74. And then this battle against the panels 24 of A.J. Lewis. And Liam Martin right there in that 4th position. Back in the 5th spot, holding that down is Adrian Staley as Riley Mercer trying to get by him.
And an important battle right now is that Staley and Mercer. Mercer all over the back end, but he's only got one more turn. Lewis takes 3rd over Liam Martin. Staley takes the final transfer. It'll be Riley Mercer, Travis Hofstetter, and Cam McKinnon headed to the B main. Let's take another quick break. We'll be back with Thunderstocks at the Big O.
Kenny Hupel offers customers the opportunity to remove parts in our self-service yards at a fraction of the manufacturer's price. With new makes and models arriving daily, our yards are constantly restocked with new inventory. We aren't a typical auto parts yard. Open 7 days a week. Yes, even on Sundays. Our organized yards offer a seamless customer experience. Visit a Kenny Hupel yard near you today.
For over 80 years, Libro Credit Union has been a trusted financial partner, strengthening financial well-being. And through change, uncertainty, and opportunity, we've stood by you and with you. Join the nearly 120,000 Ontarians and over 12,000 local businesses choosing Libro, not just for banking, but for a better future. Bank local, support local, loyal to local.
Welcome back to Ohsweken Speedway. More full fendered action with the Thunderstock heats. Middleport Mechanical, and they're not heats, are they, Greg? They're qualifiers. Did you take my qualifying order? No, you didn't. It's right here. 1 to go is displayed on the pole in the 44B. From Six Nations, it's Bella General to her outside. From Brantford, it's Casey Huffman in the 13. Starting 3rd from Hamilton's Kyle Andrus in the 43. 4th from Ohsweken, the 69G is Brian General. 5th out of Waterdown is Dylan Peckham in the 51D. The 81 is Brando Green Stiers from Ohsweken. 7th out of Hagersville, Mike Klazinga in the 93K. 8th from Hamilton, Brian Passetti in the 62. Starting 9th from Caledonia, it's Mike Thorne in the 55. 10th from Hagersville, Ryan Dinning in the 8. 11th from Binbrook is Tim Phelan in the 427. Zach Bleach in the 108 is 12th. Jamie Googe rounds out the field in the 76.
Down the backstretch they go. Casey Huffman leading the way right now. Bella General in tow. And General there to the outside off of corner number 4. General's going to take the 2nd spot.
Brando Green Stiers with a problem at the back in that 81. He's usually got lots of speed, but something amiss on that beautiful white number 81. Casey Huffman gets a little squirrely off a turn 2. That allows General to close right in, but they've got a gap back to Bella. And Peckham racing side by side.
Dinning to the outside of Bella General. To the inside goes Mike Thorne in the 55. Smoke out of the back end of the 62 of Passetti. Here comes Zach Bleach to the inside of Bella General.
Has a good run to the inside for Zach Bleach in that 108 out in front. Casey Huffman continues to lead the way over General. Boy, oh boy, Dylan Peckham in the 51D. That's as good a drive as we've seen him have. I know it's early. There's still 7 to go, but looks pretty sporty out there, doesn't he, Greg?
Definitely does right now. As we're seeing a great 3-car battle here going on. Bleach will get by Dinning. Now he'll drop to the inside of the 55 of Mike Thorne.
You know, this really is the who's next division.
Yep.
Dave Bailey and Ryan Beagle are the head honchos of this class. 3rd all the way back to 15th or 18th. It is anyone's opportunity to rise up to that challenge.
Comes Brian General closing in on leader Casey Huffman as they Work down in corner number 3. Dylan Peckham working the bottom side in that third spot. Zach Bleach has caught him, not able to pass him just yet. Now Mike Thorne works to the outside of Ryan Dinning.
Down into the corner, General goes up the hill in turn number 1. Look at the run again off the turn 2. But Casey Huffman with a good smooth line out there. The pack, though, is closing in, Greg.
Casey Huffman will work to the inside of the slower car of Jamie Gooch. Zach Bleach to the outside of the 51D of Dylan Peckham in that third spot, trying to get by Brian General, who got a little sideways there in 2, continuing to show some smoke to that Camaro.
Yes, and Casey Huffman got all sorts of sideways there in turn 4. Zach Bleach, who started deep in this one, started back in the 12th spot, and he's up to P2.
Down the backstretch they work, so it's Huffman, Bleach, now to the second spot. Brian General in the third position. The Mobile 1 white flag is out, and I feel like things are going to change up even more here in the final lap.
We're about to find out. Casey Huffman still running that same line he has. Zach Bleach been getting a good run off the second turn that entire race. They'll go door to door down into 3 for the final time. You can see Casey Huffman wants this one sideways through turn 4, drag race to the line.
Zach Bleach is going to get him at the line. Casey Huffman leads them all but the last. And Bleach will get the win over Huffman. Then it's Brian General, Mike Thorne, Dylan Peckham, your top 5.
You know, would you agree with that assessment, though, Greg? We can't see inside the car. We don't know what these drivers are thinking. But just the way Casey drove that into 3 showed me he wants it. Yep. He pinched Zach Bleach down cleanly. They still gave him lots of room. Got the car a little bit too sideways and just failed to win that drag race. But, man, how can we tell that through a race car? But I just believe he wanted that one. Dumb thing to say. They all want them, don't they? But hey, here we are. E-race number 2 lines up like this. On the pole from Victoria, it's the big dog, Ryan Beagle in the 84 RK. To his outside from Hagersville, Trevor DeBoer in the 23. Row 2 inside from Burlington, the 97 is Ron Logie. Outside him from Ancaster, Kyle Wirt in the 19. Row 3 on the inside from Waynefleet is Mitch Pettit in the 77. And it's Brewster Baker, Dave Bailey from Hagersville in the 49, starting 6th. 7th from down Trenton Way, it's Brock Gregory in the 26G. 8th and another 26 from Niagara Falls is Keith Dale. 9th from Caledonia, Mark Bazine in the 21X. 10th from Hamilton, Clinton Nichols in the 43C. And it's Go Fast Teeple in the 11 and Steve Shaw Sr. in the 96.
Off to go into corner 1 again. Ryan Beagle, last week's winner, leads the pack down the backstretch. Trevor DeBoer in tow. Then you've got Kyle Wirt, Ron Logie, Dave Bailey, the best of the best right there. And then you've got the Invader.
That's right, Brock Gregory in that black and fluorescent green. 26. 6-car breakaway at the front.
Brock came in last year and stole away a victory from the hometown heroes.
And that's not easy to do at this place. It was all Dave Bailey and Ryan Beagle last year. Bailey with nowhere to go right now in that 49. This is the kind of racetrack that I usually find Dave Bailey is really fast on, when you can put your foot down and maintain speed.
And now it's all Ryan Beagle. Ron Logie right on his back bumper. Trevor DeBoer still trying that outside line and not losing much ground, but he's not gaining on the leader in the Mert Timson 23.
Ryan Beagle so smooth down low. Ron Logie, you can see that car's a little bit on edge for the 97 as he pokes his nose to the inside of the Ackland Insurance number 84 of Ryan Beagle.
Gave him a little nudge down there in 2. This time by, it's going to be halfway home here in the second and final qualifier, brought to you by Hunsingers for the Middleport Mechanical Thunderstocks.
Logie still poking his nose to the inside. Trevor DeBoer, I don't know if he's racing up on the high side or if he's just been hung up there the whole time.
Off before they work another time. Logie is all over the back end of the big dog, but just can't find a way around him right now. The bottom, as you mentioned, Adam, right now with being heavier, the preferred line. And Ryan Beagle, so smooth, so steady.
Ryan Beagle does what he has to do on corner entry. If we can stay on him, Greg, until he gets to that light post, he does what he has to do to drive the car off perfectly straight. As of right there, he's driving forward in a straight line, and that's where he opens up a car length at just about every lap.
Time by, it'll be 2 laps left to go. 360 sprint car qualifier still to come. 2 more laps left here for the Middleport Mechanical Thunderstocks in the top 5. The best battle right now is Trevor DeBoer and Kyle Wirt. That's for 5th.
Kyle Wirt looking to the inside. DeBoer for 5th. Dave Bailey all over the back end of Brock Gregory, just not close enough to make a challenge. Mobile 1, white flag, one more time around.
It's all the big dog, Ryan Beagle. Out in front by a car length over Ron Logie. Then it's Brock Gregory 3rd, Dave Bailey 4th, Trevor DeBoer running in 5th as they come to the epic race where checkered flag.
Ryan Beagle takes the win. Logie, Gregory, Bailey, DeBoer, Wirt, Teeple, Shaw with a good run. He started all the way at the back, and then it's Bazine over Dale. And Mitch Petta going to bring up the rear. We'll take another break. When we come back, it is sprint car time.
Looking for a new race or cargo trailer? Welcome to Kemp Motorsports. Kemp Motorsports specializes in top quality race and cargo trailers from United, Wells Cargo, and Hallmark. From our best-selling Rev Series up to custom 53-foot goosenecks and stackers. We have a huge selection in stock or ready to custom order. With top brands, great selection, and over 30 years experience, stop by and see why Kemp Motorsports is your #1 race trailer dealer. Find us online at kempmotorsports.ca.
After World War II, my grandfather was diagnosed with cancer, and our neighbors guided my father through his first few years after my grandfather died. This year will be my father's 50th crop. He always reminds me that without the help of our neighbors, there would never have been a first. My name is Randy. I'm a farmer, and I make the best damn tractors in the world because I owe it to my neighbors.
Case IH, built by farmers.
Cool Kids Ice and Water Core Pack Merchandising Sprint Car qualifying heats on the track now, brought to you by Plastic Auto Recyclers. Here's a look at the Creative Edge signs and graphics. Starting lineup for heat race #1 on the pole out of Cornelius, New York in the 0 JB. That's Justin Barger to the outside from Ohsweken. The Ohsweken Flyer, Glenn Stiers in car 0. Playing up 3rd out of Dunnville, 3-time Nationals winner. It's the 15 of Ryan Turner to his outside, last week's winner. And the most winningest 360 driver here at the track, D-Dubs, Dylan Westbrook out of Scotland. Starting 5th out of Ohsweken, the 68 is Aaron Turkey. Going 6th from Niagara Falls, the 70 is Bailey Hurd. 7th out of Grand Island, New York, the 21 is Kyle Phillips. 8th is Alan Galetta out of St. Catharines, the 22 junior. And Scott Hall in the 94X out of Wilsonville starts 9th.
Couple of zeros out in front. Ryan Turner with a good opening set of turns, keeping Dylan Westbrook back in the 4th spot as we got one around off of turn number 4. That's the boss, Glenn Stiers. Is there any way to differentiate the cars, Greg?
Timing and scoring.
And that's what I looked at.
Yeah, there is a small, I believe, JB.
Yeah.
Very small.
From the inside, looks like there's a little bit of green fluorescent tape
Yes.
under the 0 of JB.
Yep.
Okay.
That's what I was looking for, anything to tell them apart, but I didn't know who was who. While we've got a break in the action, happy birthday to Mrs. Christie. DJ's grandma's here, celebrating a birthday with us.
Happy birthday.
Well, guys, we're getting a report of a problem on the front here of the 0 of Glenn Stiers. Oh, yeah. So you can see a broken bolt here, guys. This bolt that holds basically the front axle in place has snapped. And that's the problem, a broken bolt here on the 0 car.
Well, it should be a cheap fix, but now, would that be titanium, Clinton?
Sorry, Adam, what was that?
Ask Glenn how much a titanium bolt kit is for a sprint car.
He hasn't bought parts in ages.
That's true. So when you build a sprint car, you can't run titanium parts in the crates, but in the 360s you can. You buy a whole kit. So basically every nut and bolt you need for the car, you buy in titanium, and it saves like 5 pounds or something throughout the entire car, and it's a couple $1,000 just for the nuts and bolts.
Nuts and bolts.
And then they break in turn number 4. How can you make nuts and bolts into ice cream?
No. Like bits and bytes, nuts and bolts. Come on.
Wow.
Where are you at? That's like old school, right?
Yeah, that is. Well, listen, I asked you about the hilarious House of Frightenstein. You were the same age as I am. You should have watched that show. Did you not have City TV?
No, I don't think I did. I had 2 channels. One was fuzzy and the other one didn't work.
It shows.
Green flag back out. Dylan Westbrook to the inside of Justin Barger. He'll take the lead away as they work off of corner number 2. Side by side behind that as Kyle Phillips will work to the inside of Aaron Turkey.
What the heck happened to Ryan Turner there on that restart? He has slid backwards. Aaron Turkey looking pretty sporty out there in that orange and white 68.
Off corner 4, D-Dubs continues to lead this one. Dominant a week ago. Justin Barger really had trouble getting off of corner number 2 there.
How active is Justin Barger in competition anymore?
That I don't know.
I don't know that he does a whole lot of racing these days, but we should probably brush up. Maybe Clinton can fill us in on that.
Good battle going on right now for the 3rd position. It's been back and forth with Kyle Phillips and Aaron Turkey in those pair of Ohsweken Speedway GSR rides.
You know, it's good to be good, but it's also good to be fortunate, Greg. Dylan Westbrook, after the start of that race, was in the 4th spot. And it was going to be hard to make those passes. He probably could have, probably would have, but every position back, it takes you time to make those moves. You get a restart, he gets up on the wheel, takes the lead right away, and at the Mobile 1 white flag, he's got a half straightaway advantage.
Barger works around Galetta. Aaron Turkey will do so next, but out in front, coming to the checkered flag, Dylan Westbrook's going to pick up another win over Barger, and then it is Turkey, Phillips, Bailey Hurd will outrun Ryan Turner for the 5th spot. Alan Galetta will conclude the running order there in qualifying heat race number 1.
I was impressed there with Aaron Turkey.
Yeah, showing some good speed. Like the throwback color scheme there for Aaron.
Kyle Phillips, that's another thing I loved. Kyle Phillips made a post on Facebook about how pumped up they were about finishing 4th last week. And I just thought it was really cool to see someone, they're not bragging, but they're proud of a 4th place finish, because that's a big accomplishment. Mike Lichty was another one last week. He looked great out there.
Guys, just to add to the Justin Barger conversation, he raced twice last year here, only during the Nationals. That was his only time behind the wheel. According to my race pass, looks like tonight's his 2nd night out this season. And back before that, it was 2021. Before last year was the last time he had any rides, guys, so it's been a while.
I don't know why, but Clinton saying my race pass reminded me I didn't make my fantasy picks this week, and I won last week. We got to start making a bigger deal of that and reminding us and each other.
Creative Edge Signs and Graphics starting lineup for Plastic Auto Recycler Heat Race number 2. On the pole for this one from Tilsonburg in the 39. It'll be Corey Turner. To the outside from Port Colborne in the 5D, Jacob Dykstra. Lining up 3rd from Frailton, the 12 Double D is Darren Dryden. Matt Farnham from Tonawanda, New York in the 7NY starts 4th. Going 5th from Mount Bridges, it's Tricky Nicky. Nick Sheridan in the 45 starts 5th. 6th is Cole McDonald in the 0C from Caledonia. Lining up 7th at 77E is Ashton Van Every from Ohsweken. And Jamie Turner in the 11 of Costa Center starts in the 8th and final spot.
Jamie Turner with an LS engine in that number 11. He wanted to feel it for himself, see what it would do out there. Matt Farnham just about going off the track in turn number 3, but out in front, Corey Turner leads the way over Jacob Dykstra.
To the outside of Turner goes Dykstra. They'll go wheel to wheel through 3 and 4. Off the corner, it got close there, but it's all Dykstra as Corey Turner's got that right front sneaker way up in the air at the line.
Ashton Van Every having a good battle with Nick Sheridan back there for the 5th spot. They're right behind Matt Farnham in the 7NY. Jacob Dykstra out in front and pulling away from Corey Turner and Darren Dryden, a couple of the hot shoes of this division.
Is Corey Turner the only driver that runs that different nose wing? It's lower on the right side compared to the left.
I believe he is.
First I actually noticed it was tonight. Running in that 2nd spot. Jacob Dykstra having a great run right now in the Gaston Auto Sales 5D.
Got one up and over the banking there as Ashton Van Every in 3 and 4 gets up on the flat of the racetrack. Jamie Turner looking sporty there in that 11.
Nick Sheridan going at it with Matt Farnham. Farnham has the spot at the line.
There was a lot of trust involved there with Matt Farnham.
Mobile 1 white flag out for Jacob Dykstra to Corey Turner, Darren Dryden, Farnham, and Sheridan. And it's Jamie Turner, Ashton Van Every, and Cole McDonald.
Jacob Dykstra going to take the checkered flag and the win. 2nd place to Corey Turner, Darren Dryden 3rd. Sheridan finally closes the deal on Matt Farnham and comes home 4th.
So 2 of 3 qualifiers in the books for the 360 sprint cars.
Guys, just want to mention, we watched Tricky Nicky have trouble at the start of last week's feature in the 45. He pulled off. They thought it might have been a situation they could repair. They found it was the torque tube. Nick said, I could feel it rattling around between my ankles. My choice were to just go with it and risk breaking my ankles if something went wrong or pull in. He goes, I must be getting older and mature because a couple years ago I probably would have run it. But he decided to come in, fix it up. Watch that 45, our Nationals champion from last year. He is a big hole. He's starting tonight, last place in points, guys.
So the torque tube, the drive shaft on these sprint cars run between the driver's ankles, calves. And there's a torque tube that sits outside of them that protects them, and the torque tube is held on just with the flange that bolts on. If those bolts come out, the flange comes back. And if you had no torque tube, you just have a spinning drive shaft. You could drive like that, super dangerous. But with the torque tube, it bounces around, and it would almost certainly cause serious discomfort, if not broken ankles.
Creative Edge Science and Graphics starting lineup for heat race number 3, brought to you by Plastic Auto Recyclers. On the pole from Grimsby, the 90 is Travis Cunningham. To his outside, from Cheektowaga, New York, the 94 is Todd Hoddick. Lining up 3rd, car 5, DJ Christie from Beachville. And to his outside, the 87 XS, Skylar Evans from Scotland in the 4th spot. Starting in 5th, the 88H, that's Josh Hansen from Beamsville. Lining up 6th from Ohsweken, the 77T, Tyler Powless. Going 7th in car 7, Eric Gledhill from Thamesford. And starting in 8th, out of Dunnville, the 46, Kevin Poles.
That's amazing to me. Eric Gledhill is usually a great qualifier. That's how tight the times are in these sprint cars from front to back.
Green flag up in the air. They all go down through 1 and 2. A little bit of a bump forming down there again. Josh Hansen making the move here on Travis Cunningham to his inside, and he'll grab the lead off of 4.
Josh Hansen started 5th. All the way to first on lap 1 as DJ Christie narrowly avoids the back end of Hansen going down into turn number 1. Travis Cunningham has settled into the 3rd spot in that number 90.
Skylar Evans sitting back there in the 4th position. Of course, won his qualifying heat 1 week ago. Not having the same success here tonight, trying to gain track position on that 90 of Travis Cunningham.
Cunningham has settled in on that inside groove, the same groove that Josh Hansen's running. DJ Christie up on the outside, Skylar Evans sort of in the middle of the track.
Halfway home in this third and final qualifying heat for the 360 sprint cars. Right now it's all Josh Hansen over DJ Christie, Travis Cunningham and Skylar Evans. Eric Gledhill's in that 5th position.
Christie getting around the center of the corners very well, but the exit loses a little bit to Josh Hansen.
Remember, it was 1 week ago, Josh Hansen was out front looking pretty, and things went sour under the hood. Here he is again with 2 laps left to go.
Looking to seal the deal here. It's only a qualifying heat, but you know what, it feel good for Josh Hansen to come home and take a checkered flag. Come back, rather, take a checkered flag.
Mobile 1 white flag goes up in the air for Josh Hansen. DJ Christie riding in the 2nd spot. Travis Cunningham in the 3rd position. Here comes Skylar Evans to his outside. Meanwhile, at the front, it's going to be a J&E recovery sweep in the heats tonight. Josh Hansen picks up his heat race win.
DJ Christie 2nd. Travis Cunningham holds off Skylar Evans to finish 3rd. Eric Gledhill rounds up the top 5, and then it's Hoddick, Paulus, and Pauls.
Well, guys, you know Josh Hansen was hungry for that one, as you mentioned, the problems he had in the heats last week, and you know he wasn't going to let Mikey and his little brother Nico have bragging rights over him this week, so he had to come out and rebound there. Shout out to Janie, wherever you're watching. Your cars ran great tonight. You got to be proud.
Insta Insulation Mini Stock B feature, final qualifier of the night for them. Last chance to get into the dance here this evening with 35 cars in attendance. 15 will start this B main. On the pole at a Guelph in car number 1 is Jason Tolton. To his outside, the 34 is Randy Alloway from St. Anne's. Starting in 3rd, the 99R is Ryan Farrington from Waterford, and going 4th, car 12, Mark Allen out of Waterdown. Graydon Lyons in the 32L starts 5th. He's from Cambridge. Jamison Kane from Ohsweken, the 88X, starts in 6th. 7th is Steve Miller. He's in the 79 out of Paris, and going in the 8th spot, the 11, Mike Giverson, the pinball from Caledonia. Also from Caledonia, in the 9th starting spot, the 265 is Mike Evers. Crystal Souls out of Hamilton, the 81D goes 10th. 11th is the 114 of Kyle Rothwell, and he's out of Welland. Mason Anderson going 12th on his outside. From St. Catharines in the X Machine, starting 13th, the 54, Christopher French from Stratford. Doug Erskine lines up in the 14th spot, the 44 from Brantford, and Blake Wadham in the 65 going 15th.
Looks like Doug Erskine did not make it out. Unfortunate for Erskine. 8 cars will make it to the dance tonight, to the A main event on opening night for the mini stocks here at Ohsweken Speedway.
For corner 4 they work with Jason Tolton out in front. Feature winner last year. And that again shows you how tight this division is. You got some former winners in this B main.
I mean, every class just has so much talent, so much good equipment in it, Greg. I mean, Tolton's in the B main. He's been an Art Hill Memorial champion.
Kyle Rothwell is good on any oval. When it comes to the mini stocks, he has been one of the contenders in the Niagara region for a long time. He's up there in that 3rd spot.
Well, remember, Rothwell had that problem in his qualifying heat, so it certainly wasn't a performance issue. Jason Tolton in a battle with Ryan Farrington out there at the front. They've got half a straightaway over Rothwell, who runs in the 3rd spot, and problems for that 88 on the backstretch. It just looks like he ran out of go.
Tolton continues to lead in the 1 machine.
Jamison Kane in that 88X. He is still in a transfer spot. The car seems to have come back to life. But Mike Evers about 10 car lengths back. Mobile 1, white flag.
Great battle at the front. But it's the top 8 that you want to be in. So to win would be nice, but right now these two drivers have to remember they're also locked in if they stay where they are. But they've had a good one.
Tolton and Farrington still side by side at the line. It's going to be Tolton for the win. Farrington is in. Rothwell is in. Mark Allen is in. So is French, Graydon Lyons, Randy Alway, and Jamison Kane.
So despite the issues, we'll make it in to the A main here tonight. So Mason Anderson, Mike Evers, Steve Miller, Krista Souls out for the night. Case IH track report, Clinton Jeffrey.
Well, guys, down here in turn one, this is where the problems are starting to develop. The rest of the track looks good, but right out here we see some craters starting to appear, and as things get deeper, this is going to rough it up. As you see, this lane or two right through the middle is the problem. Up here, very smooth, lots of good racing bite, right through the top, right through the bottom, but right through here you can see the lumps that are going to come in, and this is going to upset the cars. Now we'll wait and see what the crates do if they straighten this out a bit, but I think we might be stuck with what we've got here in turn one for the night, guys. The rest of the track looks fantastic. Got a bit of a problem here. We'll have a quick intermission after this next B main, and we'll be right back after that. But they're on their way out for the crate B main. That's your Case IH track report, guys.
That middle part of that bump, that's the Dylan Westbrook line, because he'll go anywhere, right? Like it'll just cowboy up and through he goes.
If the rough is where the speed is, that's where he'll be. I mean, Darren Dryden.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy, he doesn't mind that one bit. All right, 12 laps is the distance in the crate sprint B main.
I just want to mention if Cam Thompson makes it out here, they were fighting carburation issues. Not sure if he's going to make it out, guys, but the 28T looking for a carburetor about 20 minutes ago.
Well, let's tell you how they're going to line up, and then we'll follow up on Cam Thompson. On the pole from Scotland is Logan Schwedek in the 53. Second from Hagersville, Kiana Teal in the 24K. Lance Erskine starts third out of Brantford in the 48, and then fourth from Brantford in the 88R, it's Riley Mercer. Starting fifth from Ohsweken is Brian Nanakoke in the 9C. Sixth from St. George, Ken Hamilton in the 69K. Seventh from Rockwood, it's the 94, Ryan Fraser. Eighth out of Baden, the 2 is Travis Hofstetter. Ninth from Hamilton is Darren McLennan in the 78. 10th out of Wayne Fleet, the 85C is Cam McKinnon. 11th from Wilsonville, the 55 is Corey Whittam. 12th out of Ohsweken, Cam Thompson in the 28T. 13th from Caledonia, the 89L is Logan Ferguson. And rounding out the field from Thorold, the 96 is Tyler LaFantasy.
Guys, just want to mention, Brian Nanakoke saw me as win. He broke his finger today on one hand, said, I'm looking for a driver. Don't look like he found one. He's out here trying to qualify in the 9C.
Cam Thompson did make it out. He's got a lot of ground to make up. 8 cars transfer into the A-main.
Logan Schwedek will pull ahead off the corner number 2. Kiana Teal in tow, stacked up 3 wide. Travis Hofstetter back out of it off of corner 2.
Right back on it through 3 and 4. Travis Hofstetter with a great opening lap. Up into the top 4. Out in front, though, was Logan Schwedek with Kiana Teal second.
So it's all Logan Schwedek out in front, former Thunderstock competitor up out in front in that MWE number 53 and one around. As Ken Hamilton put us under the Dixieland Grill caution flag.
Hamilton with an innocent spin there in 3 and 4. Getting the wheels pointed back in the direction he wants them. Let's have a look at this replay. It'll be the right side of your screen. Wow, Cam McKinnon did a nice job to avoid that. So did Corey Whittam and Tyler LaFantasy.
Yeah, guys, no big problems down here for the Hamilton 69K. Just got turned around. He'll get shoved off and back to it.
Always good food in the Ken Hamilton pit. Did you know that, Greg?
I do now.
Oh, they something different all the time.
White flag out. 2 on the board, 10 to go. Top 8 to transfer. And want to thank Total Rentals. agriculture, landscaping, commercial, municipal, and residential equipment rentals, and asphalt works. Full-service paving contractors. Tonight's race night sponsors is Travis Hofstetter is going to go down to the inside wall off corner 2 to talk to the officials. So this is either a safety issue in the car or safety issue on the track, you would think.
That's the same place he stopped last week. I think he might get lonely, Greg. Well, maybe not.
I wish I could learn that feeling.
You had all winter.
I was so hopeful tonight. It was like hot laps before you got here. I thought, oh, he's full on crew chiefing tonight. He's gone.
You should be so lucky.
Should also welcome the folks from APC Auto Parts here tonight, enjoying a night at the races. APC, huge supporter of motorsports in Canada and on a number of race cars, of course, with the APC series in the late model division on the asphalt. Welcome everyone from APC.
Huge supporters is an understatement. They love their racing.
White flag out. We'll try it again. Hofstetter back into his position, so obviously a safety concern there.
Darren McLennan is in the hot seat. He has got the 8th position. That is the final transfer. The whitest car on the racetrack, so it's easy for us to find.
Back to the WG Truck Center restart zone we go. Single file past the cone on the front stretch.
Field fans out a little bit. The bottom lane still looks to be the dominant line out there on the racetrack. Cam Thompson trying to mount a challenge. Corey Whittam to the outside of Cam Thompson. Great battle deep in the top 10 of this one.
Up the track goes Logan Ferguson. He'll gather it back up and rejoin the tail of the field. Meanwhile, at the front, it's Lance Erskine and Logan Schwedek. Erskine's going to lead the lap.
Darren McLennan got around Riley Mercer for the 7th spot. Put Riley on the bubble, and now Cam Thompson has got around, so Cam Thompson has that all-important 8th position.
Erskine in the Brown Auto Service, number 48, leading the way over Logan Schwedek. And you've got Hofstetter, Kiana Teal, and then Brian Anakoke and Ryan Fraser going back and forth in the 9C and the 94.
So wherever Cam Thompson borrowed it, Riley Mercer off the track.
Ouch.
Significant contact with the back end. Into those hay bales. The bale looks to have taken most of that impact. The tail tank looks to be in good shape. The back bumper actually still looks to be.
Surprisingly for how firm that hit was. That was a hard hit on the back end of the 88.
He was flying up there. That's good looking topsoil.
Having a look there in the Jay Summers drone shot. Safety crew on the scene very quickly.
Yeah, young Riley Mercer here getting his 2nd season underway. He has put it into the hay bales up here, but I don't see any major problems, guys. It looked like it did what it was supposed to do here. Don't see any major damage here on the 88 car. They should just be able to push him off, guys. In fact, I don't see any marks on it anywhere.
Unbelievable for as hard as he went in there. Now, Clinton, are those hay bales now compost? That looks like quality black soil that you can get at the garden center.
That's pretty much what they are by now, you know, a couple years in.
Oh, it'd be a softer landing, I would think.
Yeah.
Look at Ziegler brought just in case out here. Thought it was that bad. Thought we needed the scoop. Oh, he's going to use it to fix the bales.
He just likes any excuse to drive that.
These Case IH tractors are amazing for us. They help us do so many different things here at the Speedway, as you can imagine, guys. Every bit of work you could ever imagine here. These Case IH tractors do a great job for us. And I'm sure Ziegler and the boys will replace that one as we get ready to go here.
What a great job Ziegler and the team have done. And we don't usually get our test and tune nights in. Mother Nature isn't a real big race fan in the month of May quite often, but this track was ready every time we were supposed to hit it on a Friday night.
And I got to give a shout out to Ricky because he was a huge help last Friday night. We had a problem with the right front on the car, and he took us over there in the barn, put it up on the jacks, put the donut on for us, filled the donut up with some air. I just stood there and watched. Yeah, donut, yummy. So thanks, Ricky. You were big help last week.
Are you surprised Adam doesn't ride around on 4 donuts all day just because he could? Donuts.
Pull out and eat them.
But you having a spare tire, not having it, is an Adam Ross thing, 100%.
Well, I mean, the thing's been in the trunk for 14 years.
Listen,
I've never had to use it.
I have CAA Gold. They have to tow me to the nearest all-you-can-eat buffet.
Green flag goes up in the air. Single file pass the restart cone.
Wow, Travis Hofstetter to the middle of 1 and 2. Looking pretty racy there off the start. Darren McLennan to the inside of Cam Thompson. Tyler LaFantasy right there in the mix as well.
Hofstetter working the outside on Logan Schwedek while it's all Lance Erskine out in front. Fraser now beginning to catch these two. Great look on that 94 machine this year.
Yeah, that's a good looking race car.
I like Logan Schwedek's as well, really pops. That neon yellow working to the inside of another nice looking car there, Travis Hofstetter. That's the thing here at Ohsweken. There aren't many in any division that come without a fairly significant wrap on their cars.
No, you're not kidding. The battle at the back of this transfer spots in this race is unbelievable. Darren McLennan has the 8th spot, but it's been like a game of hot potato. Everyone wants to be in, but nobody wants to be 8th.
It's all Erskine out in front with 2 laps left to go. Half a straightaway advantage over Logan Schwedek. Now Ryan Fraser's going to get by Travis Hofstetter into the 3rd position.
Tyler LaFantasy makes a move on Darren McLennan, takes over the 8th spot. Mobile 1, white flag is out. LaFantasy into that transfer spot.
Final qualifier of the night about to be completed. It's off to features next as off of corner 4 we go. Lance Erskine's going to win the B main. Logan Schwedek in 2nd, then it's Ryan Fraser in 3rd, Travis Hofstetter in 4th. Keanu Teal is in 5th. 6th goes to Cam Thompson. 7th to Tyler LaFantasy. And Brian Nanico, broken finger and all, finishes in the 8th spot. What Tyler LaFantasy gets in again this week.
Yeah, great job, good driving.
Guys, we'd like to thank Creekside Construction for supporting us here in 2026. They are the ones that help us make it happen for the Fan View Big Screen at all live events throughout 2026 here at the Speedway. Once again, big shout out to Creekside Construction, proud supporters of our Fan View Big Screen. We'll be right back live here from Ohsweken. We have lots of racing to come. Features coming up next, guys.
Scan this QR code now for the best deal on Total Wash. Get the famous wash kit that includes 2 bottles of our revolutionary touchless wash, a foam cannon to efficiently coat any vehicle, and now an extra 3 free bottles of wash. But only at the QR code on the bottom left. This stuff melts the toughest mud and grime off your tractors, ATVs, and even heavy machinery. Thousands of people, from racers to landscapers, are loving Total Wash. So what are you waiting for? Scan the QR code now so you don't miss this exclusive offer.
At WG Truck Center, we fix trucks. We don't just change parts. Maintenance, repairs, frame straightening, and custom builds. Everything happens right here. A high-performance team focused on serving the local Canadian business, always looking to add talent to make us even better. Need parts? Need a rig? Need services? The local shop that does it all. WG Truck Center. Everything you need for your diesel truck.
A home you love. A business that endures. It takes your vision, your hard work, and your dedication to bring them to life. The right tools help. Case IH truly understands your vision and what you need to achieve it. That's why we build the equipment, the local dealer and service network, and the data and tech you want today and tomorrow. Because we don't just build our equipment to work. We build it to work for you. Case IH, built by farmers.
Whether you're looking to make a top cash sale for your used car, want to buy a previously owned vehicle, or need parts for your current car, Kenny U-Pull is the place to visit. Join us and our community of car part pullers in giving a second life to all vehicles while saving you a ton of money. Visit a Kenny U-Pull yard near you today.
For over 80 years, Libro Credit Union has been a trusted financial partner. Today, as a 100% Canadian-owned credit union, we offer all the products and services you'd expect from a traditional bank, but with a personal, community-focused approach, investing back into the people, local businesses, and communities we serve. Bank local, support local, loyal to local.
Back live at Ohsweken Speedway under our intermission as we get ready for our 4 feature events here. And right now we're going to send it trackside with Clinton Jeffrey.
Thanks a lot, Greg. Just want to mention one of our guests here tonight. And this season, we've done a partnership with Six Nations Tourism. This is our Six Nations Tourism Focus on Business tonight. Our focus is on Grand Passage Outfitter. They're located at 1935 right here on Chiefswood Road. Ohsweken, and they feature top quality hunting, fishing, archery, and outdoor equipment at all the best prices possible, always tax-free here, and new products are always coming in, and the inventory is constantly changing. Check them out for all your outdoor needs. Grand Passage Outfitter. They got a booth set up behind the main grandstand, and they're just south of us here on Chiefswood Road. Once again, this is our Six Nations Tourism Focus on Business. Go down and see the folks at Grand Passage Outfitter. In the preseason, we had a chance to do some great interviews to help introduce our drivers and their personalities to you. Let's take a look at last week's crate feature winner. Here's our special on Jesse Costa.
But it wasn't for a lack of being competitive every week. This season there's a lot more names coming out.
Yeah.
How do you feel? Like, is that exciting for you?
Yeah, we're pretty confident with where our program's at right now. We had a really good end of the season, so we're looking forward to trying to compete with those guys again.
You have raced 360, and I don't want to say came back to crate, but I suppose that you come back to crate. What's the difference?
The difference was just money-wise for us. Trying to be competitive with the budget we had in a 360 just wasn't really an option anymore, so we came back to crates, and it was able us to be competitive with the budget we had.
And the racing is as good as it is anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much talent. A lot of people looking to use it as a stepping stone, but a lot of people come there and will last there for a long time. The bar is set very, very high. So what do you have to do to go out there and solidify yourself as the #1 championship contender?
You got to focus on the minor details, make sure your car's prepared right every week, spend the time on it, and yeah, make sure you're putting in the work.
What's more important, winning races or eliminating DNFs?
I think you gotta win your share of races, but definitely DNFs. That's one race for us last year is what did it.
When you look back on a season, how frustrating is that? Was there anything you could have done in that race to have made it to the end? Do you punish yourself over some of those things?
No, because I think it actually might have helped us get outside of the box we were in. We kind of wrote ourselves off of being in a points hunt and started trying some things and went out of our comfort zone a little bit. And I think it might have been a blessing in disguise being able to kind of get the stress off that we weren't going to be a champion anymore, and it ended up helping our program.
If you look at some of the drivers we're hearing that are coming to race crate sprints, Mike Bowman, Liam Martin, Mac DeMann coming back, do you think they're going to be surprised at the level of competition?
I think definitely when it comes to maybe the slick track, I think there's quite a few guys that have definitely upped their program. I feel like we definitely have now. So they might get a surprise, maybe not. Maybe we're gonna get our butt kicked by Mike Bowman again.
That's sort of the fun thing, not getting your butt kicked by one particular driver, but the unknown, not knowing who's going to be the top dog. Of course, defending champion moves on, but is replaced by 3 drivers who come in with championship credentials. How do you determine what's a successful year? Because last season seemed like a really good year.
Yeah, I would consider last year successful. Maybe if we hadn't won the Nationals, not considered it successful, but just getting your share of wins and being competitive every night. And this year, I would say it's unsuccessful if we don't come out with a championship. I'd say
you're gonna put that out there, as championship or bust.
Yeah, definitely.
What have you done differently, or have you done anything different?
We really haven't changed much over the winter. Just obviously maintenance everything, make sure everything's good, and we kind of kept everything the same. Just we really felt like we hit on something at the end of the year, and we're going to keep going with that.
And are you good with a target on your back? Like you want to go out and win the championship? Are you good being the driver that everyone has to look towards?
Yeah, I'm all right with that. I think that's kind of what you strive for when you start, is to be that guy. I know there was guys when I started. You see a guy roll through the pits, and you're going to have to go out there and try to beat that guy. He's not just a pushover.
We're going to take a quick break. When we return, feature action with the Instant Insulation Mini Stocks.
We're blowing away the competition. Get ready to meet the most effective touchless wash on the market. And when we say touchless, we mean touchless. This stuff handles your dirtiest vehicles with 0 scrubbing required. No matter the vehicle, Total Wash has got you covered. And right now, only at the QR code below, you can snag 3 free bottles of wash when you purchase our foam cannon kit. The kit comes with everything you need to make cleaning a breeze. So don't miss your chance to try this revolutionary wash system for yourself.
Built for a smoother, smarter, simpler season. Built to break new ground every time you break ground. Built for a higher quality harvest. Built to protect your crops with precision, while giving you precision control in the palm of your hand. With a local service network built to keep you running. Everything Case IH makes is purposefully designed to work on your farm. Because we don't just build our equipment to work. We build it to work for you. Case IH, built by farmers.
This summer, there is only one way to celebrate. Victory Mist, redefining celebration.
Welcome back to Ohsweken Speedway on G-Force TV. Greg Kellman along with Adam Ross, Clinton Jeffrey trackside. First feature of the night, 15 laps of distance for the Instant Insulation Mini Stocks. Here's how they'll line up. Going from the pole out of Beachville in car 55, it's Craig Cole. To the outside from Linden, the 11Es, Jeff Eliger. Lining up third from Smithville, the 6X is Mike Serentakos. Tristan De Silva in the 01 lines up fourth. He's from Waterdown. Ken Hare in car 5K. He'll start in fifth. He's from Niagara Falls. And going sixth in the 64, it's Nick Erskine from Brantford. Lining up seventh in car 9, it's Tim DeBoer out of York. Going 8th at 17K, it's Spencer Riddell out of Caledonia. In the 9th spot, Dusty DeBoer from Hagersville starts in the 23 machine. And going in 10th, Wade Thorne out of Waterford in the 46. Starting 11th, the 20J, Nathan Joyner from Smithville. Alex Riley from St. Catharines in the 17. He'll go 12th. 13th, the 00, Stephen Boverhoff from Wayne Fleet. Going 14th, car 4, Mark Thorne out of Waterford. Starting in the 15th spot, John Lubeck out of Port Colborne in the 14L. Chase Mitchell will go 16th in the 24R. 17th, the 9C of Connor Chambers. 18th is Jeremy Cooper in the G8. 19th, the 66 of John Jansen. Alexander Klotz in the 26 starts 20th. 21st, Jason Tolton. 22nd, Ryan Farrington. 23rd, Kyle Rothwell. 24th, Mark Allen. 25th, Christopher French. 26th, Graydon Lyons. 27th, Randy Allway. And 28th is Jamison Kane. Tonight's Bradshaw Brothers ones to watch. Ken Hare in the 5K. He's had some big wins here at the Speedway, starting in 5th. And all the way back in the 12th spot, the 17 of Alex Riley. New paint scheme, that Matt Kenseth throwback scheme. He'll be one to watch starting all the way back in 12th.
And Greg, the 23 car is a throwback too.
Mark Martin in the ASA days. The old number 2.
Thank you to Rodney Rutherford for that reminder, that discovery, as we're under green. for the first mini stock feature action of 2026.
Craig Cole out in front, the 55. Jeff Eliger. You have to consider the 11 car to be a major championship contender this year. And there is some heavy smoke just to the inside of him and the 0-1 of Tristan Da Silva. All the while he's going for the lead.
Maybe that's a new superpower. Smoke screen. Engage.
Go Gadget. Is Craig Cole holding down the lead on the inside line. Da Silva having a hard time holding on that car through the corners. Eliger's going to get around him, bring Nick Erskine to the outside in the 64.
It's pretty clear whatever is smoking on that car is not slowing him down as we are under yellow.
Dixieland Grill caution flag comes out. For the 4 of Mark Thorne to the inside of corner number 3, just in front of the Duke Electric camera stand down there.
That was a pretty friendly yellow flag. He had sort of spun down out of harm's way, but Dave Hunsinger.
Yeah, Dave came on the radio, said, I don't like where he's sitting just inside the block there. We have seen many stocks get in there before, so he wanted to call that one off. Guys, I want to talk about this leader, okay? Shows how good these Glen Hills prepared cars are. If you remember last year, Phil Purcell came out, ran great in his first shot. Now we got Cole out here in the 55, run very well as well in his first shot on the dirt.
All right, I don't usually get very technical, but we've got a great shot of the 55 of Craig Cole, and it looks like he's running the spare donut on the left rear.
That was me last Friday night.
The left front is enormous compared to the left rear.
Never mind, I'm not going to say it. Freedom 55, I like the number though.
I can't believe you held back, Greg Calvin.
I'm like, roll with it. What are we doing? Since when do you hold
Well,
back?
it's like, I thought it looked like you and me, kind of. One's bigger than the other.
I can't believe you said that. You actually showed good restraint. Not
well, the
anything.
boss said I had to.
Yeah. Don't put banana. No.
Never
you guys
mind.
Don't get paid up there to hold back.
I didn't want to hurt his feelings. He's only got one left.
I was going to say you've taken them all. These cars look great. Is there some, Clinton, did we change the lighting this year or redirect it? Or?
Yeah, we got special mini stock lighting this year. Singer climbed up there and polished them all by hand.
The cars look great coming down the front stretch, glistening in the light. Even though you're a jerk, the cars look great.
How about they had 7 months to wax them and it's opening night, maybe?
Did you clean the windows in the tower?
I was just going to say, I think someone cleaned the windows. They do look cleaner, do they not?
They do.
Wow.
I'll take credit for that even though I know nothing about it. Yes, I got your windows cleaned this week, guys.
Happy birthday, Kyle.
Kyle on one side.
Kyle wasn't the name you threw out earlier.
I think it's Stu on the other side. Is it not? Don't call me a liar. Stu.
What do you give that friend with multiple personalities? All the happy birthday wishes they want.
All right.
We're here all year, folks. All season long.
Mobile One white flag is out, and one of our Bradshaw brothers' ones to watch was Alex Riley. In 2 laps, he moved from 12th up to the 6th spot, so sometimes I know what I'm talking about.
Once in a while, even a blind squirrel gets a nut now and then. Although I don't know that I've ever seen a blind squirrel, so
Well, he certainly hasn't seen you.
Oh, that's good. Savage. Greg is on fire.
Back to the WG Truck Center restart zone with Craig Cole out in front. Jeff Eliger to the outside. 13 laps still to go in our first feature of the night for the Insta Insulation Mini Stock.
Field fans out at the drop of the green. Alex Riley drops down, picks up another spot.
Oh, Oh, yeah, he's going to go in there through the middle between Ken Hare and Tristan De Silva. I was just about to say I haven't seen the smoke out of the back end of the De Silva machine.
Oh, got one around in turn 2. I didn't see that.
Alex Riley's car's messing with me in the grill area.
The headlights?
I thought it looked like a fire under the hood.
So did I. Man, we got some hot shoes in this mini stock class this year. Spencer Riddell looks great in the 17. Alex Riley in this 17 with weird-looking headlights. The radiator's on fire.
That's interesting. It's like he's incubating.
And the real headlights are just wide open.
There's some little freshly hatched chicks in there.
Well, over here in the 88X, the left front has been peeled back by the wall. And we'll try and give you a look at it as the whole suspension tore up there. And it is pushed right back to the back of the left side front of the door there. And that ripped out the CV joints. And look at that, it has torn that left front suspension right out of this 88X.
Yikes.
So that is not a good start here.
Have a look at the replay deep in the field. A little bit of contact.
John Jansen's there. Oh.
Oof. And a very abrupt stop.
Jameson worked his way through the B main.
I think
it ends early.
Did he start dead last, Greg?
Yes.
Yeah. 28th starter tonight.
12 laps left to go. 3 on the board.
Talking about how deep the talent was in this field, but look at this. You got the 2 DeBoer, Spencer Riddell, Alex Riley, Ken Hare. I mean, if Craig Cole's racing all year long, that's a lightning fast car. Nick Erskine, Tristan De Silva, Jeff Eliger, all of them are top-notch competitors. Wade Thorne. The list goes on and on. But this is a division that for the last couple of years has been very hard to win multiple features in. Both of our champions the last 2 years, Jillian Hills
Jason Tolton, winner of the B main, started 21st. He's worked his way to 14th, so another driver on the move in 3 laps.
And I just had a complete brain meltdown. Was it Tim or Dustin? Tim won the championship last year.
I had no idea what was happening to you there. I was waiting for a reboot and the Windows symbol to come back.
Right?
Up.
I should have that spinning wheel come in the front of my face.
You like how I left you hanging?
Yeah, you're a jerk. The last 2 champions didn't win a feature race. But Jillian Hills, who won the championship 2 years ago, won opening night last year. So Tim DeBoer is looking for that same success.
Be the longest point you've ever made.
No. I've got some. I still haven't made my point. I started in 2018.
Back to the green flag through the WG Truck Center restart zone. 3 on the board, 12 to go. Cole continuing to lead, and they're 4 wide behind that off of corner number 2.
Jeff Eliger will clear De Silva down the back straightaway. They narrow up to 3 wide. De Silva gives Eliger a big push down into turn 3. Out in front, Cole continues to lead. Alex Riley, though, in that yellow number 17, inching his way towards the front.
Off the corner they come. I thought we were going to see 5 wide there for a second. Well, we may still as they work off the 4th corner. Tristan De Silva somehow ends up in the 2nd spot. Ken Hare moves to 3rd.
Yeah, De Silva looking really good out there on the outside. Still has jibs on the quarter panel of that race car. Oh no! Problem for Tristan De Silva. Remember that car was smoking earlier on in this feature. You could see him looking down inside the cockpit of that car.
So that would bring out the Dixieland Grill caution flag yet again. Tristan still having a look. Well, here we go. He's got it refired up there in 4.
Boy, that's got to be frustrating for the young driver.
Let's have a look at the replay. Just went up high there in corner 3, and that was it. Power was gone.
Seems to be up to speed now as he catches up to the field. Now Alexander Klotz has stopped in turn 4 up on the high side.
Dave's already worked up.
He was so happy 4 minutes ago.
So long ways to go now for Tristan De Silva because we still only have the one car that's dropped out with Jamison Kane. Now we'll see what happens here with the 99R headed pit side, and the 26 seems to be up and going. Ryan Farrington in the 99R went pit side. So Alexander Klotz will line up behind Tristan De Silva.
And Tristan was doing such a good job in the turns. Go up the hill, going into the corner, and just power that car through the turn and off. The banking really helps these race cars. If you get them settled into it, and you start the straightaway kind of like racing downhill.
So 9 laps left to go. First feature of the year for the Instant Insulation Mini Stocks. They had opening night off. So looking for our first feature winner, and as you said, multiple wins a hard thing to do in this division. See who it is tonight that gets the first checkered flag of the year. Alex Riley and Ken Hare are 2 Bradshaws. Ones to watch, running 2nd and 3rd right now. There goes Ken Hare to the top of the pile.
Ken Hare out in front. Craig Cole, though, with a great run off the corner. He'll look to the inside down the back straightaway. This is the first time Craig Cole has not been leading, so he can do some learning out there in the 55 at high speed. Still plenty of time to go, and what he's going to find out, Greg, is he has not been driving that car as hard into the corner as he can.
Well, he'll stack up in behind Ken Hare. This time by will come into the cross flags here in our first feature of the night. Carter, the starter, atop the Cedar Springs starter stand. Lets them know they're halfway home. 7 laps left to go.
One driver who was on his way towards the front, at least that's what it looked like. Spencer Riddell in the 17 has slid back a fair bit, but out in front, Ken Hare continues to lead by a couple of car lengths.
Whatever was ailing Alexander Klotz, continuing to ail him. He's slowed and gone into the infield and sits between corners 3 and 4 now for the rest of this one.
Ken Hare right around the bottom of the track. Alex Riley running that same line. Craig Cole going to slip to the outside of Riley. As DeBoer and Nick Erskine duke it out for that 4th spot right behind. They'll make a little bit of contact off of turn 4.
Elsliger trying to find some room on the outside of those two as they go side by side. It's still Erskine edging ahead of Tim DeBoer. And here's Alex Riley now at the front. He's right there on the back bumper of Ken Hare as they work down through 3 and 4.
Craig Cole trying to keep up to that lead duo. Ken Hare gets a little bit squirrely there between 1 and 2. You see Alex Riley close that gap. Hare's car handles pretty well down the straightaway though, Greg.
That it does. Ken Hare leading the way over Alex Riley. You've got Craig Cole in the 3rd spot. Nick Erskine running in 4th. Tim DeBoer 5th. 6th right now is Dusty DeBoer. And how about 7th? The winner of the B main started 21st. Jason Tolton up there.
Tolton having a great run, working through the field. 2 laps to go. 2 more times around. Riley gets to the inside of Hare. Hare slams the door shut.
We got Mike Sarantakos in the corner 3 wall. And also caught up in that was the G8 machine of Jeremy Cooper.
And Jeff Eliger, who was at the front, is now at the back. When did that happen? Eliger going to peel off into the pits.
Sarantakos, who I think caught part of the bales on the backstretch. And down in corner 1 coming to a stop is Jeremy Cooper in the G8, who I believe had some left front damage. 2 laps left to go here under the Dixieland Grill caution flag. See if Sarantakos will refire or have to head to the pit area. As the Kenny Upol push truck team is there to put him back on the banking. Looks like he'll be able to pull away.
Man, that's weird. That's a couple of times tonight, right? Cars have just quit and taken back off again. Tristan Da Silva is halfway back through this field.
That's impressive.
What a spot. What a recovery for that young man. And still with more opportunity to make up even more positions.
Clinton Jeffrey headed down to corner 1 in the Lockhart's buggy. He's on the scene with Jack there, so we'll have a look at what's going on with Jeremy Cooper.
Jeremy, what do you know?
Well, just broken front end, I could tell you that right now. But just too many cars all in one spot, and I drew the short stick there.
All right, they're here for Jeremy. We'll get over and see what's wrong. Obviously, front end damage, as you can imagine. Problems on the right front. And actually, no, it's right here, guys. Look, the left front is collapsed, and you can see it's right down on the wheel. You got a rub here, so this is the problem for Jeremy Cooper.
You know they'll have that car back at 100% for next week. As the field circles Ohsweken Speedway under yellow, 13 laps into this 15-lap feature event.
Jeremy Cooper, winner last year back in September while driving the X machine.
And awkwardly, I made that point at the start of this race. Mini stocks, it's hard for anyone to win multiple races in a season. So there was, what was there last year, 9 or 10 different drivers that had feature wins. So every position matters. Tristan Da Silva coming back from what could have been a nightmare, what could have been a win. We don't know where he's going to wind up, but he's done a great job so far working back through the field. Remember, the first couple laps, that car was smoking heavily out there.
13 different winners last year. Ken Hare running at the front. He was the Art Hill Memorial winner 1 year ago.
All right. Green, white, checkered is how this is going to go. Ken Hare out in front. Alex Riley right on his bumper. Craig Cole leaving a bit of a gap. Nick Erskine saying, don't be leaving a gap.
And Ken Hare gets a great restart. Here comes Cole to the outside of the 17 of Alex Riley. Riley's going to close the gap down in corner 1.
Down the back straightaway, Cole with a good run on Alex Riley for that second spot. He'll look to the inside, doesn't make a move. Mobile 1, white flag, 1 more lap to go.
Tristan Da Silva moved by a couple of more cars now as the battle for the lead is on. Alex Riley to the inside of Hare. They make contact down into corner number 1.
Hare holds them off so far. The exit of turn 2. Riley's got a nose to the inside. Down to the third turn. They're side by side for the lead.
They're beating and banging. Hare trying to hold on to the back end of that machine as they work off of corner number 4. The first mini stock winner of the year is Ken Hare.
It looked as though Craig Cole got through for that second spot. Alex Riley going to come home third. What a great battle out there. And how about Tristan Da Silva?
Rallies back to the 7th position. Great job by the 0-1 machine. So Ken Hare, Craig Cole, and Alex Riley will be the top 3 down on Slack Lumber Victory Lane on the concrete. I want to thank Total Rentals Asphalt Works, tonight's race night sponsors. And the first mini stock feature winner of the year, Ken Hare.
Craig Cole needs directions down there.
Lone Wolf Fireworks lighting up the sky for our first mini stock feature of the year. And there's a look inside the car of Ken Hare, tonight's feature winner. We'll send it down trackside to Slack Lumber Victory Lane and our Clinton Jeffrey.
Well, he wastes no time getting up here on the roof to salute you fans here tonight. How about it for Kenny Hare? Ken, this is a great way to kick off the mini stock season here at the Big O for you. What a drive today. You got to be happy with how that one worked out.
We definitely didn't even know if we were going to make it here. On Monday, we grenaded this car to pieces. All the boys came together. We got everything back together. I can't thank them enough. Thank you guys so much.
Let's talk about this competitive class. Over 30 cars here tonight, and you bested them all.
Yeah, this class just keeps getting bigger and bigger every year. Competition, it is real tough. I feel like we're going to have an awesome season here this year.
Who helped you get here, Kenny?
I'd just like to thank the sponsors, LC Designer Tiles and Lighting, LKQ, Niagara, Go-Getters, Teddy, thank you so much. I also have A&A Power Tool Repair, and yeah, just thanks for everyone that gets us out here.
Good job, Kenny. Kenny Hare will pick up the win. Craig, this is a wild run. This shows you how good this Hills Prepared machine is because Glenn set you up with a heck of a ride here today. Talk about your first mini stock run here to the podium.
Yeah, first time seeing the car, first time driving this track. Like he said, Glenn did a great job. The Freedom 55 Triple B race car is a rocket ship. I just got to learn how to drive. Let these guys muscle me around like that.
Good drive, though. Congrats on a great run here tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
Craig Cole will finish second in his first mini stock race, which is a heck of a show, guys. We'll get over here and talk to Alex Riley. Alex, you were in this one. You're fighting for a championship. Third is still a great run on opening night. I think you felt you could have been 1 or 2 spots better. Talk about your drive for us tonight.
Yeah, I definitely felt like we had more, but you know what? I don't want to race. I do want to race, but I want to race clean. I'm not out here to wreck people. I'm out here to race clean and have some fun, and I think we proved that tonight. A bunch of opportunities where something could have happened, but we raced clean. I got tons of respect for the guys out here, especially Kenny. We've had a lot of good, close races, so nothing but respect over there.
Right on. There you have it, guys. Alex Riley will be third. Second, Craig Cole in his first run. And Kenny Hare picks up the first point-paying run here at the Big O. We've got 3 features to go. We'll be right back here. It's Trucker Night at Ohsweken.
Christopher David Bell. He's 4 years old. What have you started?
Oh, Christopher Bell is taking the lead. What a finish! He's done it again! Bell has driven to victory again. How about that? That check is for $1 million.
When every mile matters, where will your journey take you?
Lockhart's Odyssey is BRP's newest marine dealer for the legendary Alumacraft fishing boats, the luxurious Manitous, and the affordable Sea-Doo Switch pontoons. Come aboard our new outdoor showroom, located here in Cortland at Lockhart's Odyssey, your BRP superstore.
Looking for a new race or cargo trailer? Welcome to Kemp Motorsports. Kemp Motorsports specializes in top quality race and cargo trailers from United, Wells Cargo, and Hallmark. From our best-selling Rev Series up to custom 53-foot goosenecks and stackers, we have a huge selection in stock or ready to custom order. With top brands, great selection, and over 30 years experience, stop by and see why Kemp Motorsports is your #1 race trailer dealer. Find us online at kempmotorsports.ca.
Welcome back to Ohsweken Speedway, where we get ready for the Strickland's Brantford Chevrolet Crate Sprint A main event. 34 cars showed up tonight. We are down to 28, and here's how they're going to line up. On the pole from Mississauga, it's the highlight man, Mac DeMann, driving the number 4. Second tonight from Cortland will be Tom Pellizzari in the 5. Starting third from Waynfleet, the BS39 is Brett Stratford. Fourth from Mossley, it's Austin Rose in the 3S. Row 3 on the inside from Hamilton, the 01K is Mikey Krutchka. To his outside, his teammate from Beamsville, Nico Hansen in the 27H. 7th from Rockwood, it's Rob Neely in the 74. 8th from St. Thomas, the 52 is Jesse Costa. 9th from Ancaster, Trevor Young in the 51. 10th from Six Nations, it's the Iceman, Johnny Miller in the 20. Starting 11th from Ancaster, Keegan Baker in the 16X. 12th from Stony Creek, AJ Lewis in the 24A. 13th from St. Catharines, it's Al Slate in the 2S. 14th from Hagersville, Jeremy May is in the 36. 15th from Clarence Center, New York, Cooper Fritz in the 57C. 16th in the number 9 from Caledonia, it's Liam Martin. 17th from Georgetown, Steve Murdoch in the 2M. 18th from Cambridge, it's Connor Ross in the 44. 19th from Thamesford, the 14 is Larry Gledhill. 20th from Kitchener, the 50 LS is Adrian Staley. 21st from Brantford, the 48 is Lance Erskine. 22nd from Scotland, Logan Schwedick in the 53. 23rd, it's number 94 from Rockwood of Ryan Fraser. 24th from Baden, Travis Hofstetter in the 2. 25th from Hagersville, Kiana Teal in the 24K. 26th out of Ohsweken, Cam Thomas in the 28T. Final row on the inside from Ohsweken, it's Brian Nanakoke in the 9C, and rounding out the field from Thorold, Tyler LaFantasy in the 96. That is your starting lineup for the crate sprints as we get set to do battle for 20 laps. Mac DeMann, the winningest driver in the history of this division. Starts on the pole. On the outside pole, a driver looking to add his name to the list of feature winners here at the Big O, Tom Pellizzari. Green flag is out, we're underway. Mac DeMann leads the way off of turn number 2. Brett Stratford immediately to the inside, the BS39. He'll pick up the second spot, squirt into the lead in turn number 4. Clean opening lap for these crate sprints. Brett Stratford out in front, Pellizzari up to second. Mac DeMann with a problem in that 4 car. Comes to rest on the outside of turn number 2. Remember, he is on 4 coil-over springs, the only car in the field on coil-over suspension. I'm not sure if that's what went wrong. He pitched that car down into the corner into 3, and it just didn't look right. Clinton Jeffrey on his way to the scene. Craig, welcome back. You didn't come back with ice cream, French fries,
or any air left in my lungs.
Those stairs.
Oh,
they
those
add
stairs.
stairs every week.
I don't even need an elevator, just an escalator would be fine. Some sort of pulley system.
Is that too much to ask? Just hook it to your belt, right? Go out the door. Like a clothesline that leads down to the...
We could get a dumb waiter, but we already have a dumb announcer, so...
Clinton Jeffrey.
Problem up here, they've called for a hook from the rear on the Mac DeMann number 4 here, guys. Not sure what ails it. It looks like it's all standing up and in good position, but we'll see what Mac's got to say. And this is what looks a little different, guys. The torsion rack, right? You'd think a torsion is normally broken, but they're running coilovers here, so a bit of a different deal. Mac, what do you know?
I don't know, something broken in the back end.
There here, Max says he doesn't know, but something broke in the back end. So we'll see what happens here, guys. Like I said, suspension all intact, but something not right.
I was really looking forward. I looked at the starting lineup. Brett Stratford up near the front. Mac DeMann up near the front. Jesse Costa in the 4th row, but 20 laps. He would have had time to get up there. And then we always look for Greg. Who's going to be the next driver to jump onto that podium? Austin Rose has been there before. Mikey Krutschka had a great run on opening night last week.
Nico Hansen, has he been up there on the podium before?
I don't think so.
I feel like he might have been once, maybe. But
guys, I just want to jump in. Campbell Baker's not here tonight. He broke his wrist, and they sent us a picture of it. And maybe it's a good thing for Adam to get up the telestrator and show where that break is at the wrist. But Campbell Baker not here, broke his wrist riding his dirt bike this week.
Greg, did you just miss? Like, is that not the break there? Or is that the break?
There, I win.
I set you guys up for a home run, and you're playing tic-tac-toe. I said,
oh, yeah,
I said let's just show the picture so they can show off the telestrator.
Greg didn't realize that's what was on the screen. That's
I knew
awesome.
that. I forgot he could see it.
Oh, you were worried about the boss?
Spencer's the one pulling his hair out over that, not me, guys.
I'm sorry, but did that not look like where the break was?
I'm more upset that you cheated at tic-tac-toe.
I think we need a replay.
Man, Clinton said jump, and you said how high? And are they taking Mac on a victory lap? Didn't he?
What time is it? It's just too early.
Way too early for us to be off the rails. But I appreciate that Clint restocked the bar up here.
One time we've used the telestrator and how long?
And you get us both
and
in
I
trouble.
Ruined it.
We just can't have nice things.
Sorry, Spencer.
Going green next time at a turn number 4. The Mac DeMann number 4 Bar Motorsports entry going to be towed back into the pits. Brett Stratford will bring us back to the green. Tom Pellizzari holding down the 2nd spot with Austin Rose 3rd in the 3. Mike Krutschka in the 0-1 running 4th, and Rob Neely 5th in that 74.
Yeah, how about Rob Neely up there in that 5th position? Wasn't here on opening night, but boy, he's coming out and flexing some muscle right now in that Radio Shuttle 74 as we're back under the green flag.
Field bottles up a little bit through the middle. Everybody makes it past the cone safely as, wow, Jesse Costa launches himself past Rob Neely and Nico Hansen out front.
Puts himself into the 5th position. So last week's winner on the march. Oh, it got skinny off of corner 4. Steve Murdoch threads the needle and gets by a couple of cars.
You were watching that too, were you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was exciting as Jeremy May up towards the wall at the exit of turn 2. Out in front, Brett Stratford leading Tom Pellizzari. Jesse Costa to the inside of Austin Rose. He'll pick up the 3rd spot down into turn number 3.
Here comes Tom Pellizzari still trying to plug away on that outside line, trying to get around Brett Stratford. He's got a good run off of corner number 2. They're wheel to wheel down the backstretch.
Stratford down low, Pellizzari up high as Jesse Costa. He is flying out there in that DNO towing number 52.
Costa's right there with the top 2 now. As Stratford didn't get the best run off of corner number 2. Costa draws up on his rear end as they come across the Cedar Springs starter stand one more time.
Top three right together with Tom Pellizzari slinging that 5 around the hindsight. Ran out of momentum there in turn number 2.
Coming up on the slower traffic of Brian Nanacoke. Stratford stays glued down to the inside. Costa right behind him. Pellizzari back there in the 3rd position. He's not out of this one yet.
Man, Jesse Costa got a great run through too. Had to roll out of the throttle. He's not rolling out now as he looks to the outside of Brett Stratford in a battle for the lead.
The D&O towing 52 to the outside line off of corner 2. Still better on the bottom is Brett Stratford. They've got a gaggle of traffic right in front of them that could play a factor here.
Halfway through this one, 10 laps in, 10 laps to go, and traffic is for sure going to play a role in this race, at least for the next little while.
Jesse Costa assumes the lead. Stratford right in behind Travis Hofstetter, so it's Costa getting a lap car between he and second place Stratford. Pellizzari holding on to the 3rd spot right now as Keegan Baker's on the march. He's joined this battle. He works to the inside of Austin Rose and goes by him.
Jesse Costa handling traffic a little bit better right now than Brett Stratford. Stratford searching around on the racetrack for a spot where that 39 will work. But Costa able to go anywhere as Cam Thompson with a problem in turn 2. I think he clipped the inside wall with the left front of that 28.
That all happened right in front of leader Jesse Costa. One around up in corner number 3. That's going to put us under the Dixieland Grill caution flag with 7 laps left to go. I'm not sure who that is. Tom Pellizzari. Wow.
What?
3rd place runner.
Yeah, Pellizzari backed into the fence, almost the same spot as the 88 of Riley Mercer earlier tonight.
Should we be embarrassed, Greg, that both of us missed Pellizzari there?
Well, I was pretty busy watching Costa and Stratford work through the traffic, so I'm going to blame it on that.
Fair enough. No, there's so much going on out there. From front to back.
Shot of the fountain there off of corner number 3. So the Wards Custom Towing number 5 will get a push off by the Kenny Upol push truck team.
For the 2nd time tonight, we saw Tristan De Silva running in the top 3 have a problem. Now Tom Pellizzari running in the top 3 has his own problem. He'll go back to the back and have to do it all again. The difference here for Pellizzari is single file restarts in the crate sprints. So he will be well outside of the top 20 for the restart of this one.
This field is stout. And you've got Liam Martin, AJ Lewis, Logan Schwedek back 15, 16, 17.
Yep.
Rob Neely's dropped back to the 12th spot. How about the great top 10 run for Trevor Young?
That's so good to see. Trevor Young had a stretch last year where he struggled a little bit, even to qualify for the A-mains. Great competitor. As Cam Thompson going to get towed back to the pit area, I believe if we had a chance to look at the left side of that race car, you'd see a badly damaged left front wheel.
Yeah, it was. They zoomed in when he pulled in, and it was crinkled by the wall. Restart cone back out on the front stretch with 7 laps left to go. Carter Long displaying the white flag. There it is there.
Everyone in the top 10, with the exception maybe of Mikey Krutchka, have their wings pulled back just as far as they'll go. Look at Jesse Costa. That top wing is pointed up and down. Stratford up and down. Same with Keegan Baker, Austin Rose. Krutchka's a little bit more conservative on that top wing with his teammate right behind him, Nico Hansen, in the 27.
Costa's going to go all the way up the hill and then roll it down back to the green flag through the WG Truck Center restart zone. And we're back on it.
Really had things slowed down behind him to Jesse Costa. And it affects, the farther back through the field you go, the more it affects these drivers. A few of them kicking up rooster tails there in turn number 2. Liam Martin way up on the outside. Logan Schwedek following him as they try to work their way towards the top 10.
Al Slate worked to the inside of Mikey Krutchka. Steve Murdoch trying to do the same thing as those two drivers split up the two J&E race cars. It's Costa out in front of her, Stratford, then Baker, Rose right now, and Al Slate, your top 5.
That car really handling to the liking of Jesse Costa out in front. Stratford with the second spot, but Keegan Baker and Austin Rose closing in. Rose a bit of a problem there in turn number 4. He loses some ground to the race leaders.
Rob Neely with problems. He'll pull off on the backstretch and head to the infield. So rough night for the 74 of Rob Neely.
Out in front, though, Costa leading the way as laps wind down. I don't think traffic is really going to play a role for these race leaders with just a handful of laps remaining. The top 5 sort of sorted out single file. Steve Murdoch and the 2M battling with Nico Hansen on the inside as we've got 2 laps to go.
Northern Crate Nationals winner trying to make it 2 in a row to start the season. 3 features in a row. Well, make that 2 because he didn't win the final race of the year, but he picked up the biggest one at the end of the year, and here he goes to the inside of Adrian Staley. The final time down the backstretch.
Costa leads the way down into turn number 3. He'll stick to the inside off the 4th turn. Second feature win in a row for Jesse Costa. Brett Stratford going to come home second. Keegan Baker rounds out the top 3 as Trevor Young with a problem on the final lap.
Heartbreaker there for Trevor Young. Al Slate is going to come home. And the 5th, make that the 5th spot behind Austin Rose, Mikey Krutchka 6th. Then it was Steve Murdoch, Liam Martin, Nico Hansen, Johnny Miller completing the top 10.
Good solid run for Johnny Miller, the Iceman in that number 20. I'm excited because Connor survived that night after a brutal night last week and tough start to the night tonight.
Top 10 for Trevor Young ends up outside the top 20. With that problem on the final lap as drivers head down to Slack Lumber Victory Lane. Jesse Costa making it 2 in a row. Brett Stratford back on the concrete. And Keegan Baker, former winner as well, makes his way down on the front stretches. Lone Wolf Fireworks lights up the sky. You're on Total Rentals and Asphalt Works night here at the Speedway. Let's send it down trackside to Slack Lumber Victory Lane and our Clinton Jeffrey.
Starting off the season the right way as Costa here, 2 wins to kick things underway. He will get the Hoosier neck band, the Epic Racewear checkered flag, and the towel to get out here and talk to us in just a moment. And what a run. Here he comes up top, ladies and gentlemen. How about some noise for a 2-time winner, Jesse Costa?
And how about that helmet of his, Clint? I don't know if Jack can get a shot. That's cool.
He's got the vintage look, almost like he's wearing the goggles. We'll get Jesse around front and have a talk to us. Jesse, 2 in a row to start the year. That is a great thing when it comes to your championship aspirations. Talk about the drive tonight. Seemed like the track looked a little bit different than it was last week.
I thought it was going to get a little more slick than it did, but it was a little rough still. But I guess we made the right changes. This car's just been rolling so good since the end of last year. You can't win them on the first few nights of the year, but you can certainly lose them. But we're doing a good job of trying not to lose them on the first couple nights. So it's going to be a long year. It's a tough division. Can't thank Nathan Acklin enough for putting me in the car, and Ash and everything they do for us. The Glad Hill family, they do a ton for me. I wouldn't be here without them. D&O Towing, Welds Foundry, Butler Built, Welders Millwrights, Lone Wolf Fireworks, Legacy Holdings, my dad, my parents, my wife, my kids. I hope you're watching again. And it's going to be a tough year. Thanks, Glenn, for the awesome facility.
Of course they're watching. What else would they be doing other than watching Dad win another feature? Let's get over here and talk to Brett Stratford. Brett, another solid run for you. You know you're chasing for this championship again like you did 2 years ago. Let's talk about that, man. 2 nights on the podium, a third and a second. That's how you get the championship done.
Yeah, we're not even thinking about championship right now. We're just thinking about getting this car faster and faster every week. The thing is, we're getting our car better, but they're getting their car even better. So, we'll get it. We're not going to give up. We just got to work on exiting off the corners, just spinning the tires once again. But, we're getting there.
Right on, there's Brett Stratford, your second place runner. We'll get over here and talk to Keegan Baker. Keegan, solid drive here tonight. Anytime you end up on the concrete is a good night for you, too. You had a great run here this evening.
Yeah, we didn't do too well in our heat race. I was hoping to do a little better than that. It's hard coming from a little deeper in the field, but I'm proud of what I did, proud of where I am. So I got to thank all my sponsors for getting me out here every week. Steel Town Boxing, Niagara Motors, Baker Performance, Wheel Wizards, Ackland Insurance, Campbell's Belmont, Princeton Homes, Tegs Tools, Branded Wraps. Yeah, anyone else I'm missing, I got to thank them all for getting me out here every week.
Right on. Keegan Baker will be third. Brett Stratford second. Your winner tonight, Jesse Costa, gets it done. We've got 2 features to go here. It's Trucker Night at Ohsweken. We'll be back. Thunderstocks and 360 still to come.
Farmall. 100 years of can-do. 100 years of milestones. 100 years of family. Generation after generation, its legacy lives on. The one for all since 1923.
What in the actual Our company is going bankrupt because of this deal. Buy a Total Wash Cannon Kit and get 3 extra bottles for free. Oh man, this stuff just sprays on, melts the mud, and rinses off with no need to scrub. We even tested it against one of the most popular cleaners out there, and this is what happened. They didn't stand a chance. Sooner or later, we're going to have to take this deal down. So, if you're on the fence, you're going to want to grab this deal now at the QR code below.
For over 30 years, WG Truck Center has been a place where pride lives in the details. Every weld, every repair, every build. And it's our people that make it matter. The ones who take ownership, who work as a team, and who see the future in every truck that rolls out. It's not just a place to work, it's a place to grow while you build something that lasts. WG Truck Center, built by people who care.
Back live at Ohsweken Speedway on G-Force TV. Greg Kelton along with Adam Ross, Clinton Jeffrey down trackside here on Total Rentals and Asphalt Works night at the Big O. Ready to go with our Middleport Mechanical Thunderstock feature event. It'll be 20 laps the distance, and Adam Ross has the Creative Edge signs and graphics starting lineup.
On the pole from Burlington, the 97 is Ron Logie. Starting second from Hagersville, it's Brewster Baker, Dave Bailey in the 49. Third from Ohsweken, it's Brian General in the 69G. Fourth from Port Robbins in the 108 is Zach Bleach. Fifth from Victoria, it's the big dog, Ryan Beagle in the 84 RK. Sixth from Brantford, the 13 is Casey Huffman. Seventh, the 26G from Trenton is Brock Gregory. Eighth out of Caledonia, it's Mike Thorne in the 55. Starting ninth from Waterdown, the 51D is Dylan Peckham. 10th out of Hagersville, the 23 is Trevor DeBoer. 11th from Hagersville, it's Ryan Dinning in the 8. 12th from Ancaster, the 19 is Kyle Wirt. 13th out of Hamilton, Brian Passetti in the 62. 14th from Thorold, it's Go Fast Teeple in the 11. 15th from Hagersville, the 93K is Mike Klazinga. 16th from Merlin, it's Steve Shaw Sr. in the 96. 17th from Binbrook, 427, it's Smokey Tim Phelan. 18th from Caledonia, Mark Bazine in the 21X. 19th from Six Nations is Bella General in the 44B. 20th out of Niagara Falls, Keith Dale in the 26. 21st out of Hamilton, the 43 is Kyle Andrus. 22nd from Wayne Fleet, Mitch Petta in the 77. 23rd from London, the 76 is Jamie Googe. 24th from Hamilton, the 43C is Clinton Nichols. And rounding out the field from Ohsweken, Brando Green Stiers in the 81. Now for your ones to watch, we go to row number 2 on the inside. Brian General in the 69G. He has been fast so far this season. He's one of our Bradshaw's ones to watch. And the other didn't have a good week last week, Greg, but looked great in his heat. The 108 is Zach Bleach.
Green flag is out. Third feature of the night, and it's for our Middleport Mechanical Thunderstocks. Dave Bailey starting on the front row, but last week started at the front, and he even said, you get out front, you don't know how hard to push it. You don't know where to run until everyone gets back by you, and then you kind of have to push it a little harder and figure out where everyone's running. So we'll see tonight if that advantage again goes away of being out in front when the rest of the pack catches up.
He's done it so many times. He knows how to do it. He knows where he's got to be. But he also knows Ryan Beagle is just so good, Greg. And so we got a big pile up in turn number 4. I believe that's one of our ones to watch. I believe Brian General was involved in that.
Brian Passetti in that. The Shaw 96 is also in there. There's Brian General. Mark Bazine.
Yeah, I was just going to ask who's nosed up into the fence there. He's rolling too. Bazine will get the 21X turned around. Want to make a mention of Mikey Bobby out here. Mike Thorne in the 55. Laura is expecting their child next Sunday. I told Mike that baby's coming right around now, next Friday night, right in the middle of your feature, just to cause you grief. I said, when you get the call, give us a text so we can have the drone follow you out of the property as you're smoking down the driveway to run away. Both great racing families met here at the track and now ready to bring us in another little thorn. So want to wish them the best, Laura and everybody this next week as they get excited to be first-time parents.
I've got a big thorn in my side up here.
Bum.
Yeah, I talked to Laura this week. She said any night but Friday. So you know what night it's going to happen. Friday.
Oh, exactly. I've never met someone whose love language is saying mean things.
It's just to you, though.
Look at the way you guys talk at each other.
Well, that's. I wasn't talking about Mike and Laura.
I thought you were talking about Laura there for a second.
No, I don't think I've ever seen Laura say a mean thing. I don't think she's capable.
I'm glad we cleared that up, though.
Right? Oh, that's fabulous. I'm really excited to see the car count this season so far in the Thunderstocks. I've been getting a little concerned the last couple of years, Greg. The numbers, they weren't dwindling, but they were slimming up a little bit. The bar here is set very high.
At one point, we were kind of mini stock numbers with the Thunderstock division. That had faded off a little bit, and sometimes you have to wonder, like when you've got a couple of very dominant drivers and there's not much chance to win, does that play a factor in it as well? But if anything, I think it's made the drivers hungrier, especially when you see someone like Brock Gregory come in and take a win away. So they can be beat, and Ron Logie's trying to be one of those drivers that can beat them, and he has in the past.
And he has, that's for sure. Ryan Beagle trying to pin that 84 to the inside. Sneak around the inside of Ron Logie. Brock Gregory right behind him. Zach Bleach up on the high side. Right behind Ron Logie. So 4 of the top 5 bunched right together. Dave Bailey out in front by half a dozen car lengths. Oh, Kyle Wirt. I don't know if he had a problem. That car just did not want to turn down into turn 1.
Running side by side with the 23 of Trevor DeBoer. Everything looks okay down in 3 and 4 this time. Maybe not.
Mike Klazinga, the 93K. If he still has that LS motor in the 93K, it looks to be performing fairly well for him out there.
Keeping an eye on the 19 of Kyle Wirt. Every time he goes into the corner, the nose of that car pushes, so he moves up to the outside line. See if that helps.
Really pitching that car sideways that time going into turn number 1, which he almost had to the way it was responding before. Ryan Beagle slowly closing that gap on Dave Bailey. Last time it was 87 hundredths of a second. No, he's not closing. This time he lost a few hundredths.
And we saw Kyle Wirt there going in 3. Good camera shot there. And you could see the wheels crank to the left. And you would think he's turning left. You want to turn them left, but not like that.
No, exactly. You want that car to instinctively want to nose a little to the left when you pitch it into the corner.
He's gathered to back up, though. He's right there on the back bumper of Trevor DeBoer. In fact, we got a hard crash here in the front stretch. Bella General.
When I first glanced down, I thought that was a car flipping over, but it was just the nose of that car.
Oh, we got a fire.
Safety crew right on the scene to immediately get to work and extinguish that fire. That car has made hard contact with the outside wall. A lot of fluid down on the racetrack.
Clinton Jeffrey is...
Bella's out of the car saying she's all right. That's the main thing here, everybody. How about a hand? Let Bella know you appreciate she got out of that one. And when we look at the nose of this car, boys, it is shortened up a bunch. Watch you don't wipe out in the mud, Jack, and watch for the tow truck backing up on us. But look at this, guys. It is pushed back a ton as we try not to fall down in it. But yeah, look at that. This nose should be out here, guys.
And that's a new car for Bella General this year. I don't know the history on that car, so I don't know what it was before. Let's have a look at the replay from our speed shot. Oh my goodness. She came out of turn number 4 down low. The car got a little bit loose and then just snapped hard right.
That was more direct on the nose than I thought at first. I thought maybe just kind of hit the corner of the nose, but...
Well, guys, look, the rad is pushed right back in there, so they got all kinds of problems here. The rad's pushed right back into the alternator, among other problems, and just the frame is twisted up on this. It looks like a pretzel down here. And if you look at these main rails right here, Jack, this is supposed to be straight. That is crooked as all heck.
The most important thing is Bella is okay, climbed out of the car under her own power. Clinton going back to maybe get a word. I've never heard Bella General speak. She's fairly soft-spoken, sort of does her own thing, but she's come a long way here at Ohsweken Speedway, and that's a tough night for her.
Don't worry, I've done this on Xbox.
Bella declined to talk, guys. You can imagine a little bit shooken up out here, but she is all right. I think she's more disappointed with the way the car looked here. So to take her back and we'll do a bit of work here on the track surface.
While we have a break in the action, let's take a moment here to look at our upcoming events calendar here after the second look here at the replay. Man, that is a hard hit.
Man, you don't want to speculate, but that's a strange way to wreck it. And Bella's got experience. She's raced for a while. Something had to have failed on that car coming off of turn 4.
We'll take a look at the upcoming events here at Ohsweken Speedway, brought to you by Carmen's Group. Next week, Six Nations Tourism and Six Nations Bingo presents Community Night, and it's the Empire Super Sprints in town next Friday night. Then on June 5th, it's Contractors Night, plus it's Superheroes and Princesses Night and Autograph Night as well. Duel on the Dirt home track number 2, and tonight being number 1. I want to thank APC Auto Parts for bringing us our Duel on the Dirt series. And then on June the 12th, Plastic Auto Recyclers Braemar Buildings presents the Southern Ontario Sprints and Vintage Cars. That's a look at our upcoming events, so ohswekenspeedway.ca for more information. So this, again, is a home track event for the Thunderstocks on the Duel in the Dirt series. Each track that is part of this series has 2 home track races and then 1 combined event. So this is night number 1. It was the same for the mini stocks, and that series brought to you by APC Auto Parts Centers.
Okay, and I just got a note. Thanks, Brad Sheehan. Bella General car is one that Rob Murray and Brad Sheehan shared back in 07 and 08. And I love that people follow along and can watch and correct me when I'm wrong or educate us when I just admit I don't know what the heck I'm talking about. Dave Bailey and Ryan Beagle side by side for the lead. 8 laps into this feature event. Ron Logie runs third in the 97. Brock Gregory will restart fourth. Zach Bleach, 5th in the 108. And Trevor DeBoer on the outside of that third row. He will restart in the 6th spot.
Back to the WG Truck Center restart zone. The 2 biggest stars of this division back at it again. Door to door on the restart, but you've got some drivers in behind there that have beat them before. They're hungry for it again as Brock Gregory gets a great run on the outside line.
Kyle Wirt got a good jump on the inside. Casey Huffman there on the outside looking to race his way up towards the top 5. Casey,
again, another one of those drivers that has worked his way in contention weekly now in that bright yellow number 13. He's riding just outside the top 5 right now. Side by side for our leaders. Side by side behind that with Logie and Gregory.
Dave Bailey down low in the 49. Ryan Beagle trying to work that middle groove in the 84. We're halfway through.
Bailey leads the lap. Beagle continuing on the outside line. Kyle Wirt with a good run down the hill off of corner 1 into the bottom of corner 2, trying to get around Trevor DeBoer. So you've got the top 6 right now. It's 2 by 2 by 2. That's the battle that's going on. Then 3 wide behind that. Bleach, Huffman, Dinning.
Ryan Beagle down in turn 3 really went up the hill. Chased that banking to drive it back down. So he's trying everything to make that move on Dave Bailey, but Bailey looks to have things under control right now. Ron Logie right there with the best seat in the house.
Ryan Beagle trying everything he can right now to find a quick way around Dave Bailey, but the door's been shut every time. Beagle working up that one lane. Right behind him, Logie and Gregory have tucked in line, single file.
And Wirt going down into 3 that last time. It looked like the car wasn't even going to turn. But he made it. This time he takes it to the outside, pitches the car down, and he'll drive by Trevor DeBoer for the 5th position off of turn 2.
That worked well for the 19 of Kyle Wirt. Up into the top 5. Beagle still working that outside line of Dave Bailey, trying to inch a little bit. But Bailey, look how much better he is off the corner.
Well, Beagle's having to run that middle groove. There is just not as much bite on corner exit. So what he's trying to do is get that car rotated, pointed down the next straightaway, and sort of impede into Dave Bailey's line where there might be a little bit of grip.
Through through 3 and 4 they work again. This time by, it'll be 4 laps left to go for the leaders. Bailey, Beagle. They've distanced themselves from Ron Logie in 3rd. Brock Gregory is all over his back bumper.
Beagle with a run. Dave Bailey. Beagle must have got a sniff that Bailey might have been coming up off the inside wall there. He was going to be Johnny on the spot if that hole opened up.
Dave Bailey running to perfection right now, right along the blocks. Not much Ryan Beagle can do with this. Kyle Wirt got another good run there, closing the gap on the battle for 3rd.
He did so, and I think there's just too much bite on the inside groove that when Beagle goes up to the high side, it's so much farther around up there. Look at, he's going to come back down right away.
2 laps left to go. Beagle right back on the back bumper. He's quicker when he's on the inside line than Dave Bailey, but he can't get around because Dave Bailey's in the way.
Yep. He's going to try to go up the hill, turn it down the banking. Mobile 1, white flag, 1 more lap to go. Bailey sticking to the inside. That's going to be his key to success.
Beagle tried it down at 1 and 2. Last chance. Here he comes. There they go through 3 and 4. Bailey, though, stuck down to the wall. Wirt with problems up in 3. Bailey's going to win it and hold on. Beagle with a last-second charge.
Man, that was a neat move by Ryan Beagle to get to the inside and try to make that work. I think Dave Bailey might have retired in victory lane had Beagle made that pass.
What a race by that man, Dave Bailey. Brewster Baker in the Queenston Chevrolet number 49. Going to pick up the win here tonight.
Here's the trouble for Dave Bailey. I'm going to give him this credit. He is very gracious in defeat.
Yeah.
When Ryan Beagle has beat him, because when you're someone who has won the number of races Dave Bailey has won, second place just doesn't feel like a good night at the races. But every time he's talked to, he gives a lot of credit to the speed of Ryan Beagle and the fact that other drivers are competitive, and Ryan Beagle does the same. They're both very gracious.
Lomo fireworks lighting up the sky for Dave Bailey's 54th career Thunderstock win here at Ohsweken Speedway. Let's send it down to Clinton Jeffrey.
Thanks, Greg. We get set to go here in the victory lane. Brewster Baker, Dave Bailey will get the Hans device off, work his way out here into Slack Lumber victory lane. Here he comes. He can hear you now, ladies and gentlemen. How about a big hand for your winner tonight, Dave Bailey? Dave, another great run here tonight. You picked up the win. I don't know if you knew how close Beagle was, but he nearly nipped you at the line there, but you managed to hold on.
No, I could feel him back there. He got me one time. I figured he was close. He kept trying in the outside, but there's no way I was letting him underneath me. Last week, they just drove by us and made us look foolish, so I wasn't going to let that happen again. If he wanted to go by, he was going to do it like on the outside, and he almost pulled it off, but we were lucky to hold him off.
How's track conditions for you guys tonight? Looked like the sprint car smoothed it off a bit.
It's like, I don't know, it's weird. You drive down the straightaways and the thing goes all over the place, but you get to the corners and it's all right. So, I don't know, it's early in the season, so seems to be a good track for this early in the year, but yeah, just great night.
Solid drive, Dave.
Yeah, just got to take a second. This is the first time that we've been in victory lane without Mark, so this is big. And just got to thank Queenston Chev. We got to thank Gail. He helped us out a little bit in the wintertime. And Steve Tomaski put a transmission together for us this week, so it's been a big week. Oh, and my kid's birthday is coming up, and he can't be here, so sucks to be him, I guess.
Right on, Dave. And as you hear Dave talk about Mark Zuba, longtime supporter here we lost in the winter, big supporter of his program. Beagle, you nearly got him, bud. You were that close. Talk about the end of that race for us.
Yeah, I tried everything I could do there. It just really good against the inside blocks there, and that was a lot of fun. Congrats, Dave, on the win, and it's going to be another great year racing with him.
Right on. Good job.
Thanks.
Ryan Beagle second, Dave Eliger winner. We'll get over and talk to Ron Logie. Ron took the season off, came back this year. Ron, welcome back. This is a great return for you.
Thanks. Yeah, car feels just how I left it, so that's pretty good. Thanks, Jim Lampman, for selling it back to me. Just want to thank a few sponsors, Michelle and George Picosdi, and Trevor Clark, and of course Steve Tomaski Transmission. Those guys helped me so much. I always say it, but I hope they're watching tonight. And thanks again, guys.
Ron Logu will be third. Second place, the big dog, Ryan Beagle. And Dave Bailey picks up the Thunderstock win here. We've got one more feature to go. Hang around. 360s are up next after the break.
It all started for us at the racetrack, from dirt to water. We have continued to keep the adrenaline and drive to make sure that we are always in the forefront. We are driven to give our customers the absolute best in service, products, and memories with your family. No matter what your passion is, whether it's on the water, in the dirt, on the snow, or on the road, we will always be here welcoming you over and over again through the doors here at Lockhart's. You're not just a customer here, you are part of our team.
A home you love. A business that endures. It takes your vision, your hard work, and your dedication to bring them to life. The right tools help. Case IH truly understands your vision and what you need to achieve it. That's why we build the equipment, the local dealer and service network, and the data and tech you want today and tomorrow. Because we don't just build our equipment to work. We build it to work for you. Case IH, built by farmers.
Exciting news. Our Drive to Attract Talent campaign is revving up. We're tapping into the passion of auto enthusiasts to build a powerhouse team of forklift technicians. If you're into turning wrenches, solving challenges, and optimizing machinery, this is for you. Join us in bridging the gap between the auto and material handling worlds.
Welcome back live to Ohsweken Speedway for our final feature of the event of the evening. Just want to make a quick mention of our Lockhart Odyssey buggies. These Can-Am Defenders help us so much. We've got one for the TV crew and one for our Race Med crew. Everything we need to get done here helps us get done here. Got to thank everybody down at Lockhart's for these gorgeous Can-Am Defenders. They help us get it done. And now we got the 360s out here ready to get it done. Before we get to it, I got to send a shout out. Brian Hallowell's been with us since almost day one here. He's 70 years old, back in the pits working for us. Happy birthday, BH. We're glad to have you with us. Let's go, guys, with the starting lineup for the Cool Kids Corpac 360 Sprints.
Creative Edge Signs and Graphics starting lineup looks like this on the pole out of Beachville. Car number 5, DJ Christie to his outside. From Beamsville in the 88H, it's Josh Hansen. Lining up third from Scotland in the 47X, D-Dubs, Dylan Westbrook. And flanking his outside in the fourth spot in car 39, Corey Turner out of Tillsonburg, Ontario. Going in the fifth spot for Port Colborne, the 5D is Jacob Dykstra. Rolling off sixth, the 0JB. That's Justin Barger out of Cornelius, North Carolina. Starting in the seventh spot out of Ohsweken, the 68 is Aaron Turkey. And going eighth in the 12 Double D, it's Darren Dryden of Freelton. Starting in ninth is Travis Cunningham from Grimsby in car number 90. Going in the 10th spot, the 21 is Kyle Phillips out of Grand Island, New York. Starting 11th in the 45, it's Nick Sheridan from Mount Bridges. And going 12th in the 87XS, it's Skylar Evans out of Scotland. Starting 13th, Bailey Hurd in car 70 from Niagara Falls. Going 14th in the 7NY, it's Matt Farnham from Tonawanda, New York. Starting 15th, car number 7 is Eric Gledhill from Thamesford. 16th, Ryan Turner of Dunnville in the 15. Rolling off 17, the 11 is Jamie Turner from Caister Center. Todd Hoddick out of Cheektowaga, New York in the 94 starts 18th. Starting 19th, Alan Galetta from St. Catharines in the 22 Junior. Starting in 20th, the 77E is Ashton Van Every out of Ohsweken. Going 21st in the 77T, it's Tyler Powless out of Ohsweken. And going 22nd in the 94X, Scott Hall out of Wilsonville. Starting 23rd, the 0C is Cole McDonald from Caledonia. 24th, Kevin Pauls out of Dunnville in the 46. And starting 25th, the Ohsweken Flyer, Glenn Stiers in the 0. Your Bradshaw Brothers ones to watch, starting in the second spot tonight. 1 week ago, blew that brand new motor, but came out and backed it up with a heat race win here tonight. That's Josh Hansen in the Eagle Towing Equipment 88H. And your other Bradshaw Brothers ones to watch, he didn't get to start the feature last week either. Tricky Nicky. There's Nick Sheridan there in the APC Auto Parts Center 45. He'll start back in the 11th spot. some redemption here tonight for Nick Sheridan and Josh Hansen.
I just want to mention Nicky Sheridan had a rough night tonight, guys. They already changed their rear end in that 45, so they've had all kinds of mechanical situations in these first 2 weeks. Keep your eye on the 45. They put a new rear end in not too long ago, and now Jamie Turner pulls into the infield in the 11. Looks like he may be conceding the night. The drivers, if you're new here to watching, if they pull into the infield, they are basically telling us they are done. If they need service, they can pull up on the flats or the Speedway surface to stop. And I see the belts already out of the 11.
2x2, 12 rows of beautifully prepared sprint cars ready to come to life. DJ Christie and Josh Hansen on the front row. Carter Long with green flags in hand. Strickland GMC Pace Truck pulls off on the backstretch. Ladies and gentlemen, you came looking for a show. Well, here you go. Let's end all the anticipation as we bring to you our feature presentation.
All clear as they complete lap number 1. Dylan Westbrook out in front. DJ Christie second with Josh Hansen settling into that third spot. But he is under attack from Corey Turner and Justin Barger.
Yeah, Barger's going to move to the inside of the 39 of Corey Turner. Now looks for the third spot on Josh Hansen. I think Barger might have, well, maybe he didn't clip the wall, but he got on the binders hard. There were sparks coming out as the brakes there, sparking up as he's getting heavy on the brakes in the corner.
Travis Cunningham looking good here in the early going. He goes by Jacob Dykstra on the back straightaway, looking to work his way into the top 5 in that black and silver number 90. Josh Hansen drifts across the racetrack to get a run on DJ Christie. He'll pick up that second spot on the back straightaway.
Dylan Westbrook picking up where he left off 1 week ago in a dominant performance there. He's back out in front, already caught the back of the field as he can see Scott Hull and Alan Galetta down to the inside of 3 and 4. He'll work to the outside by them as he comes across the Cedar Springs landscape flag stand.
Westbrook with about a half a straightaway lead over Josh Hansen, but it's amazing in sprint car racing, Greg, how quickly a lead can evaporate when traffic comes into play.
Yeah, 1 minute you can see someone way out in front. The next, the other driver is right there on their tail tank. For Josh Hansen, he's got a handful right now. The nose wing crumpled over on the left side, but I'll tell you what, it is not slowing him down at all.
Doesn't seem to be as he works the inside through 3 and 4.
He gained 0.2 of a second that time on Westbrook.
Sometimes things like that happen and they actually affect the car in a positive way.
Dylan Westbrook gets by Kevin Pauls, now working to the inside of Glenn Stiers. Westbrook 0.1 of a second quicker that time.
Corey Turner, Justin Barger, Travis Cunningham, Jacob Dykstra having a great battle for the 4th position out there.
Time by for Dylan Westbrook. It'll be 10 laps on the board, 15 left to go here in our second feature for the 360s of the season. Josh Hansen working the extreme bottom lane, and he gains that 10th back.
Dylan Westbrook up on the high side. He runs out of grip about halfway through 1 and 2. 3 and 4, the high side seems to work all the way around, but down to 1 and 2, he'll pitch the car into the turn. Really have to pedal in the center as he drifts up towards the edge.
This racetrack is exactly how Dave Bailey described it in Victory Lane. He didn't really know how to describe it. Guys are having problems in different areas, just like you mentioned. And right now, Dylan Westbrook's having to pedal to get around a host of traffic. He'll clear 4 cars.
Yeah, that was a good lap for Dylan Westbrook. Puts 4 cars between himself and Josh Hansen. We're halfway through this sprint car feature event.
Even through that, Hansen only lost 0.1 of a second. We'll see what happens this time. That time he lost 0.8.
Yeah, Hansen.
One around. Sorry, Aaron Turkey goes around in corner 4. That will bring out the Dixieland Grill caution flag as he's got the front end broken on the 68 machine.
Spun that car around, drove away, then realized the front end was collapsed and safely brought that to a stop.
It was contact with the Kyle Phillips 21 guys, so we'll watch for him for damage on that car as well. He's looking down now, trying to assess the situation. Looks like they've taken the front end out of the Turkey 68. We'll get right back to you.
Good shot of it there on the Creekside Construction video board. For those in attendance, have a look at the front end, how it's laying over on the 68. There, Jack's got the camera on it. And it seems like, Clint, go ahead.
Jack, come around this side if you can. Watch the tow truck backing up. Here's the problem, guys. They've broken the radius rods here, broken it right in half, and this is what holds this front end in place. And you can see the torsion rack out of place. This axle rests on here, and this is the spring that holds it up. He's got a left front shock that's broken up. They totally destroyed the front end on this car. And if you look here, Jack, they've broken both radius rods. The bottom and the top radius rods both torn out here, and that holds this whole front end in place. That's the problem for Aaron Turkey, guys.
Aaron Turkey and Kyle Phillips been close to one another all night in their qualifying heat. They had a good battle. As we have a look at the situation from the Jay Summers drone right now.
Aaron Turkey had some speed to be battling there with Kyle Phillips halfway through this feature event. Shows that they're in a good spot as a race team. Obviously not the way he wanted to end this night, but it's got to feel good that they've got speed.
I was running inside the top 10 before that happened. Just past the halfway mark. 12 laps left to go. Clint?
Not sure how Ryan Turner got in the pits, but he's up at the top of 3. Do you guys know anything about that?
He had just been lapped, so I don't know if he went in during the caution or previous to that. I don't believe he did, but.
And of course, Ryan Turner, probably a lot of people saw the video, had a horrible crash at Port Royal Speedway last weekend, flipped right out of the ballpark.
Yeah, when your car is flipping towards vehicles outside of the racing surface, that's a scary situation. There you have a look at Josh Hansen's nose wing, how badly it's dished over there on the left front, but he was keeping pretty good pace with Dylan Westbrook. The lap traffic really helped Dylan there right before the yellow.
I think on clear racetrack, Josh Hansen might be a little bit faster than Dylan Westbrook. But in traffic, Dylan is so good, there's just very little hesitation by the driver of the 47X.
What about the nose on that 88, guys? It's been askew here for a while. He needs it to hold in place. Certainly not helping him out, and hoping it doesn't get in those tires.
Well, we're speculating about that, Clinton, that I think it might be helping him. Because he is faster than Dylan Westbrook. When they're in clean air, Hansen was running laps a little bit quicker than the 47X.
Good look at Carter, the starter, from the Cedar Springs starter stand. I get so nervous when he leans over.
Oh my gosh.
Earlier tonight I looked at.
You and me both.
Now that's based on our balance. You know how much we both love heights. So
right.
For him it's nothing, but you and I couldn't do it. Back to the WG Truck Center restart zone. Westbrook, Hansen bringing us back to the green flag. Ooh, a little cat and mouse there.
Westbrook waited and waited. Josh Hansen actually got a pretty good start, all things considered, as Corey Turner runs the outside. Hansen looks to the inside of Westbrook, down into 3.
He's down to the inside of him. They come off of corner 4, though. Westbrook's got it all wound up. He'll pull away at the line.
Josh Hansen, I think as much as anything, showing, hey, you're not going to intimidate me. I'm here to race. That move didn't work, but he's going to try the bottom again as Dylan Westbrook up high off of turn 4.
Good to see Corey Turner having a nice top 3 run right now, running his own program here in 2026. Struggled a little bit last week, but that 39 is hooked up, and he's found something on the bottom.
Nick Sheridan up to the top 5 as he gets around the high side. Travis Cunningham, they work through 3 and 4. Cunningham down low. Sheridan up to the high side.
Good for Travis Cunningham being up there as well, hanging around the top 5 here tonight in that number 90 machine. Travis, a longtime veteran, as Corey Turner did a little bit of a wheelie down the backstretch that time.
That was a full wheel stand down the back straightaway.
He has got that car hooked up here tonight. Lots of horsepower as Dylan Westbrook almost a straightaway ahead now of Josh Hansen. One little bobble, though, and that can close up quick.
Well, it's almost as if Hansen showed him a nose and Westbrook realized he had to find another lane.
Or his other gear that he seems to have.
Right. But there's going to be plenty of traffic before we get to the end of this one. If it stays green, Westbrook about a lap away, well, about a second away from getting to the tail end of the field once again.
Works around Kevin Pauls. Next will be Cole McDonald, but it is moving Westbrook a little bit out of his lane right now. We'll see if the gap closes at all. It's just over 2 seconds, and that time by at 2.5, so Westbrook increases the advantage.
How about Tyler Powell having a really good top 10 run out there battling with Jacob Dykstra, working the bottom right behind Travis Cunningham.
Yeah, and he came from the 21st starting spot for Tyler Powell, so good job by him.
Dylan Westbrook up on the high side, closing in on the back end of Glenn's tires. He'll drive to the inside of the 0. Josh Hansen trying to find his way. Whoa, Cole McDonald just about into the end of the wall. Going into turn number 1 as he and Kevin Pauls got together.
Corey Turner trying to reel in Josh Hansen for that second position in the Lone Wolf Fireworks Mobile 1 number 39. Hansen holds it down though. 2 laps left to go. The leader works down the backstretch now.
Westbrook closing in on traffic. He'll look to the inside of Matt Farnham down into 3 and 4. Farnham gets loose behind Eric Gledhill as the white flag is displayed.
Final time down the backstretch for D-Dubs, Dylan Westbrook as he works up on Matt Farnham and Eric Gledhill. He's got Ashton Van Every to his inside, but there's going to be no stopping D-Dubs. He's going to get the double checkers and win again.
Westbrook for the win. Second place going to Josh Hansen with Corey Turner rounding out the podium. I know it's not a win, and Josh Hansen would love to win, but I think a second place finish tonight is going to feel pretty darn good.
Oh, yeah.
For Hansen.
Dylan Westbrook gets it done again. Opens up the season, 2 wins in a row. Defending champion. 52nd career win here at the Big O. For D-Dubs, Dylan Westbrook. Have that Miska Trailers. Stiles Tree Services, Weeks, number 47X. He'll pull it down into Slack Lumber victory lane. Second place to Josh Hansen. Good recovery after what happened to him last week. Corey Turner, third place. He's already headed to the pit areas. Lone Wolf Fireworks lights up the sky for the last time here on Total Rentals Asphalt Works Night. Let's send it down to Clinton Jeffrey.
Thanks a lot, Greg. The celebrations begin here in Slack Lumber Victory Lane. And we wait for Corey Turner to make his way in here. Dylan Westbrook, though, getting the gear off, getting ready to go. Corey Turner makes his way in here. Here comes D-Dubs out of the number 47. He'll get congratulations from the crew. He gets the Hoosier neckband and winner's hat on. He's got the epic race for a checkered flag. How about it for Dylan Westbrook as he gets it done here once again. Dylan Westbrook, win number 52 here in the 360s. You had him covered, and Josh showed the nose on you. Did that wake you up a little bit?
Yeah, I think I seen him on the inside of me there and kind of woke me up and knew I had to get going again. So track was a little bit slicker tonight, tried some different stuff, and I think it we learned a bit from it tonight, but yeah, really happy with it, how it worked out, and hopefully this will kind of get us a little bit better for nationals.
2 great runs, 2 different tracks. Would you say that?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're pretty versatile right now. It doesn't matter how the track is until we get to that black slick, but yeah, we're definitely learning every week still.
Congrats, Dylan.
Thank you.
Win number 52 for the winningest 360 driver here. We got Dylan Westbrook. We're looking for Josh Hansen. He makes, well, I'm looking for you. You're standing there. Josh, what a drive for you. I mean, let's throw the crappy luck out of the way. Let's throw last week's engine out of the way. Let's talk about the drive. This has got to feel somewhat like a win. I was so worried your nose wing was going to come off and cost you a caution. But talk about, does this feel like redemption a bit?
A little bit. It's still a little bit of a kick in the mouth. I feel like obviously he's the guy to beat, has been forever, and I feel like I just wish I knew what I would have had for him if I had that nose wing, because there's a lot of 2-foot driving up there, especially trying to lay into the curb in one, and the whole front end just wants to go to the stands. So yeah, it feels great. It's glad to be back on the podium. We know we have the right equipment and the right people around us. We just gotta put the pieces of the puzzle together, and we've been struggling, but these guys just don't give up. You know, every time we hit the shop night, these guys just don't give up. They don't quit. They're losing fingers and thumbs, but these guys will know what that means. But they still show up every week and still put in an awesome effort. So I couldn't do it without them. Obviously couldn't do it without all my sponsors: Eagle Towing Equipment, Janie Recovery, Nathan Acklin, Julie Swayze, Nisco National Leasing, Glendale. Everyone that just helps out, and thank you to all the fans for coming out. Obviously we wouldn't be here without you guys, so track was phenomenal tonight. Hopefully it's the same next week.
You had a shot, Josh. He'll finish second here tonight. We'll get over and talk to third place, Corey Turner. Corey works his way around here. Corey, back in your own personal own machine, this has got to feel pretty good. Second night out on the podium, you know, knowing you can get it done with your own stuff.
Yeah, I got no doubts. I really got to thank my dad. He has busted his ass all winter, along with all our crew and all the partners that continue to back us. You know, John at Lone Wolf, David at Mobile One, Trevor at Village, and then we've had a ton of people come out and support us. So it's been very humbling. You know, it's same old stuff every Friday. My dad's yelling at me that we're going to be late. I don't think we rolled in until 6:15 today. It was already a thrash. But I can't say enough about, you know, my family, my wife, my kids, my parents, everybody that's part of this deal. There's a ton of them, and it's awesome. Yeah, so we hopefully this is just the start. ESS are in town next week, and hopefully we're trending in the right way.
Right on. Corey Turner will be third. Second place tonight, Josh Hansen, your winner once again. Dylan Westbrook, guys, take us home. Don't forget, Empire Super Sprints coming into battle at home turf next Friday, along with the Sportsman coming up.
That'll wrap it up. Another great night of racing action. We'll see you again next Friday night. On behalf of the Steyrs family, all the staff, crew, and officials, and on behalf of Adam Ross and Clinton Jeffrey, I'm Greg Kellman saying so long. We'll see you next week on GeForce TV.